All right. I would like to just say and thank Beachbody for the intro music, which was music provided for Core de Force. Yes, it was.
I love that. I'm sorry. I love that.
I liked that one
so much.
So,
I only liked that one because of Jericho.
Yeah, even though I don't like that one.
Carl was
Les
the gift that just
Mills.
kept on giving.
Les Mills Body Combat is very similar.
Yes, love that workout too.
Love it.
Yes.
Yes.
So fun. And they're
Hey.
from New Zealand, so they have cute accents.
I know that we're like, anti Beachbody, but like, I mean, you can actually do the workouts now without like, right? Am I wrong?
You're not wrong.
You're not wrong. You are not wrong.
Maybe November 2nd. Yeah, start November 2nd.
If you missed Shanti, which we all did a little bit, we all love Shanti.
I mean, you can stay away from the problematic ones, but
No.
Yeah, it's interesting. I mean, we just have to say this is pretty awesome. Amber's in the chat because she is getting her tattoo on this tonight, right? She's finishing, well, not quite finishing her sleeve. And then Emma may join us later.
But she's in the chat right now.
She's in the chat now. Those kids got to get to bed somehow. So let's go. Okay, first off, was anybody surprised?
No.
I was.
Really?
Well, you've been offline for a while. So
I knew that, like, what Rodan and Fields, I've been following everything. Kind of, sort of. Like, on YouTube. I mean, I've been kind of, sort of following everything. I mean, just because I've been off the internet doesn't mean I've been off the internet.
Right.
But I was really surprised. That's why yesterday, like, it was my genuine, like, I got on Facebook because my mom yells at me for not being on Facebook to see what the family's doing. And so I got on Facebook to see what the family was doing. And I saw Josh Coates' post. Josh Coates, is that his name? And I was like, what is going on? And then I went to the chat and I was like, Amy, Jen, emergency, what's going on?
So I never saw anything from Josh, so I may have to go look at his.
Just go to Facebook. Yeah.
Oh, all right. DC, you said you were a little surprised.
Maybe because unfortunately I keep believing Carl's BS, and I will, just before we begin, I will do my best to withhold the cursey words, but they may slip out. So if you're sensitive to that, I'm sorry.
Oh, I will tell you right now, the video that I have of Carl from Summit, he's letting him fly.
Oh, let's go then. All right, Carl. I was a little bit surprised because he was trying to sell everything so hard, and there was even a poster I saw where Carl was like, 2023 is going to be the best year yet. And then in 2023, he was like, no, we're coming back. We're going strong. And then Autumn Calabrese was like, Belvital flippity floppityness. And like, I thought they were like full steam ahead. And apparently they were just sinking. So I was a smidge surprised, but I kind of asking Carl Deichler in terms of like his company. So let's I'm excited.
Yeah, let's see. Hold on. This was my thinking. I thought they were gonna like completely milk everyone for Belvital and get every coach to purchase it and then get rid of it. So I totally agree. That was my thinking too. But if
a bunch of people aren't going to buy it now that they are not coaches anymore.
No, I mean, and it's so expensive. But yesterday their stock was at $5.55, and today it's at $6.79.
$6.
I figured that would happen.
9 cents.
Yep. It's rebounding now that they got rid of the MLM structure. You're going to start to see it rebound.
It's going to start coming up.
Yep, absolutely.
Yeah.
All about the bottom line for Carl.
So I said this yesterday. Last year when they brought in Growth Day and the partners were allowed to be affiliates for Growth Day and brought in Growth Day as part of the body platform that they could sell. I'm like, within the next year, they're going affiliate.
Yeah, no, absolutely. And I think some of this stuff, and I apologize for my voice, you guys, like this is just, all the kids went back to school and I'm getting all the crap again. But
Well, if
I
you drink your
think
Shakeology, you won't get sick.
I
Because of
should
all the
have.
superfoods. Look
Oh
at
my gosh. I know you're repping your Shakeology merch. Jen and I have our Sip and Snarks from what DC got us.
Yeah, that's why your immune system is down, because you're not taking all of the multi-level marketing supplements that are supposed to keep you healthy.
It's true. I just need
now.
Plus
I
all
just
the
need
extra supplements that they all take too.
I was
Just
gonna
like
say just
Beachbody shed at the MLM, I will shed.
I just need to watch and see where everyone goes, and then maybe I'll find some new supplements that I can, try since
Happy
they're all
That
they're
cures
all
all
out
the diseases.
shopping.
Yeah, that cures all the diseases. And YouTube, I'm being sarcastic just in case you decide to slap this video. We are being sarcastic right now.
Very much so.
Yeah.
Because you're already starting to see them like going to different places, and the writing was on the wall, and you know this because quite a few people had already bailed, right? And
Melissa
so
McAllister.
Melissa McAllister had bailed.
Where'd she go?
Hugh and
Look,
Grace.
see, y'all
Lee,
catching me up. What
Hugh
is
and
Hugh and Grace?
Kaylee
Uh,
Calabrese. Yeah.
Kaylee Calabrese is there as well. So is Jen Devereaux.
What is that? What do they do?
Hormone
Sorry.
Supplements.
supplements, hormone supplements.
My theory is that Belle Vital was like Autumn's like sisterly feud with Kaylee.
Well, no, so was Gut Protocol.
So is Gut Protocol, yeah.
Well,
Like,
you know,
y'all need to get a therapist. You need to stop like acting out your sisterly feuds on these.
yeah.
Supplements.
The twisty part with Carl getting rid of the multi-level marketing model is that everyone was quote unquote forced to purchase the $20 pre thing for Belle Vital.
I did.
Yep. And they didn't get any commission off of it because they were told you're going to get commission when they purchase the full program with their $20 discount in December. And now it's full affiliate. So it's going to be full affiliate before Belle Vital can be purchased. So rip to all the coaches who are doing free work and are still going to be doing free work come December. I mean, it's just not going to be, the numbers aren't going to add up like they would if it had been in the coaching MLM model.
They
Well,
weren't going to add up anyways.
I mean,
I
that's
think-
true.
I mean, I did a lot of free work for Beachbody.
Oh, we all did. We all did. I think the
She
interesting
never
thing,
did.
though-
She never did free work for Beachbody.
That's true.
Other than the Shakeology taste test. I mean, that was free at the time because I wasn't monetized. So
That was so bad. I think though the thing that is really sad to me is that they literally are going to lose everyone and they have to start back at square one. So anyone who is currently their customer, it doesn't matter. You have to have them re-sign up with your affiliate link.
So, but this is my thing. Why would they sign up as a customer under you when they can sign up as in the affiliate program for free? Why would they be anybody else's customer?
It doesn't make sense.
It doesn't make
What? Wait a second. So they can. I'm so confused. So they can all just be an affiliate, but they want to be a customer too. Who cares? Like that doesn't make sense.
Well,
So even like the coaches who have massive amounts of customers, they have to like tens of thousands of customers. Like I'm sure like Amy Silverman and Aaron Hopkins and stuff, like they have to, can they still like mass email them like we used to be able to in the back office? Like once they get
part of the, from my understanding, that's part of the reason they've given them the 30 days is so that they can do that and go through their customer lists. Because I've had a lot of people sending me emails today that they've been getting from their coaches. But the reason that Carl said they did that, which was so fascinating in one of the comments that he replied to someone, was that at least 75% of people right now, their coach is not someone that they signed up with because of how many people have turned over. So they don't have a relationship with any coach.
Yeah.
And so he said, it has nothing to do with relationships because most of you don't have one anyway.
Exactly.
And so, which I mean, shows you the turnover. I think my coach is listed as Leslie Cortez, because so many people have dropped between where I was and where she was.
Mind blocking.
So,
So
Bethany's blocked her.
Yeah, I'm completely blocked from mine. We know that for a
She
very
blocked
long
me
time.
yesterday. She lasted a really long time. I'm like, girl, this is the first thing I've said you've gotten offended at. You haven't been paying attention.
And it wasn't even like I went to your post. I commented on the post.
Yeah.
There was no.
Yep.
It's like, hey, it might be time to get a 9-to-5 job. They're fun.
It was a little lighthearted, maybe like a little snarky, but I have a reputation to maintain. I'm on the snark crew.
Right.
I made a long one yesterday.
They were triggered. They were upset, which I understand, but
Yeah.
I guess when you're that brainwashed, like how did you not see this coming last year when they did the comp plan and they cut the comp plan? Like,
yeah.
I just you haven't been paying it, but they're so I remember being so disconnected from reality when I was in it.
Mhm.
So like I understand.
And we also knew something was up when they started talking about Belvital was not going to be on the Team Beachbody program or on the platform. It was going to be on its own platform because it's moving over to the body platform.
Mm.
So it's going to be the first thing that they can sell as affiliates.
Yeah.
Oh boy.
So I don't understand how the coaches are surprised about all of this because, I mean, other companies are doing this. I mean, and I know I was in Beachbody. I know that I was completely like bought in, like our company would never do this, blah, 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 BS. But I don't know how you could be so surprised when other companies are doing, like big companies, Rodan and Fields, for goodness sakes. I mean,
Yeah.
that's huge.
Well, and I think this is what we're gonna watch tonight, actually, and what we're gonna do some snarking on is Summit, because Summit was just the end of June, beginning of July, right?
Mm-hmm.
Was it end of June? I think it was end of June this year.
Yeah.
How are you doing, dogs? How are the pups taking the news?
Well,
Are the pups okay?
Max is a little depressed today. He's just been, he's just been laying around.
They'll
He's
be
not sure
okay.
what he's gonna do for work.
Who's your Amber? Who's your up? Are you allowed to tell us?
I mean,
Okay, so what we're gonna watch is Summit, and you're gonna see what Carl said to them at Summit, and this is why people are surprised. But if you listen to the call that he did on Monday, he talked about how this has been in the works for months, right?
Well, yeah.
They've been talking about this for months. So while this summit is going on and he's saying all these things to these coaches, in the background, he's getting rid of the MLM model. And that's what makes it so crappy from the CEO part. And I think the person that I've seen that has been like pretty honest about it is Natasha. And how she said, like, I have known that something was going on for months, but I didn't know what to do. I didn't know what to say, and I didn't have any proof. And so instead I just kept recruiting, which is a bunch of crap. But she's saying, like, what do I do? And
the truth? I don't know.
Right?
That's why she created her own program, which is actually a ripoff of 2B Mindset.
Absolutely. And yeah, Chris is our champion in the comments.
Hey,
Chris, on the same page as you, and I know Emma is on the same page as you as well.
Yeah.
Oh, 100%. And Shalene Johnson, and if we have time, I've got some things of her podcast that she did today. But she said that they had golden handcuffs. And I think that's the perfect way to describe it, is these coaches, what else are they going to do? They had them have their, like, retire their spouses, so their spouses quit. All of their eggs are in this Beachbody basket. What are they supposed to do when they start to have these, like, this cognitive dissonance starting to come in? And they're like, but like, what about my house payment? What about my kids? What about my car? What about all of these other
don't worry.
things?
Don't worry. They can win a Porsche Macan lease for 3 years.
You know what's frustrating? They're always like, what about my house payment? What about my car payment? What about all this other stuff? But their downlines have been sacrificing financially so that they get to live their magical, shiny, huge lives. But they don't really give a flippity flop about what their downlines are suffering. And it's like,
that.
Yep.
100%.
So to back up, DC. So I probably said something on my story today. It's probably going to make people bad, and I really don't care. I have no empathy for these people. I don't. I'm sorry. I don't. I don't feel bad for them. I don't feel sorry for them. I don't, because for years and years and years, they have done nothing but live off the backs of their downline, while their downline is struggling. I mean, I remember being on food stamps and buying Shakeology.
Yep.
I mean, for reals. There,
Yeah.
and I'm not the only person that was doing that. There's people like, well, I gotta be able to keep my PV, because if I don't keep my PV, then I don't get that little bit of that commission that I just sold, to get that person my coach, or I don't get that commission that I made my dog my coach so that I could, rank up. Like, I just don't. I do not feel bad for them at all. And I hope that they work. I hope that they decide not to go to another MLM, but
what else are they going to do?
But they're going to go to another MLM, or they're going to create their own online program and sell to every single person that was in their downline. That's going to make them rich again, because they're going to once again be milking the money from the downline. Period.
I don't remember
a real job. They've been pooping on the concept of a 9-to-5. So that's how they recruit people. They make you feel like you're too good for a 9-to-5, which is partly why I made the post I made yesterday.
I don't feel bad for the lower coaches, Just Shells, because I feel very grateful for them, because they don't have to continue to keep trying to shill something to try to live a dream that is not reality. I am happy for them.
They'll actually get paid for their work. If they are just selling the programs, like they'll get paid better for it.
Right. I'm sorry. I had to get that out, and
no,
I don't really care if people get mad at me, because I'm never on the internet anyway, so it doesn't really matter to me. But I just had to get that out.
I think though that's one of the important things, and we can be like, do you know what? I do feel bad for some of them, because I remember being so bought in, and I remember the struggle, and I remember those things, and so I do feel bad, especially for those people who just got brought in the last few weeks, where now these leaders are like, I had a feeling, and I'm like, then why did you recruit someone last week? Those are the people that I'm like, they're the ones who got screwed over.
Well, but did they get screwed over? Because if they're not ranked, if they haven't been put, if that's not their only job, and they're not living, maybe they didn't get screwed over. Maybe it saved them.
See, though, I would have, because I enrolled my husband within 24 hours, because I was told that's what I had to do. And so I would have already had a plethora, I like that one, of Shakeology, of all of this different stuff.
You're right.
Wait, you told me to buy all this, and a week later, there's no reason.
None. You should have just waited to buy it, because then you would be able to get the filling.
Right. I think it's both. I think it's what Amy's saying, and I think what Cheryl's saying, because
absolutely
people that have been tentative about buying in, and they're probably really effing grateful right now that they're like, oh, I avoided a cluster. And then there's a people that are like, well, I can't return any and you can return some of the products. I certainly was able to return the Shakeology that I didn't finish the taste test, but this whole thing is wild, and it makes me angry that the people at the top, the coaches at the top, were like, I knew that something was happening, and they still continue to do things where they were like, is this going to put the people below me in a better position or a worse position, or is it going to put me in a better position? And they always choose themselves at the expense of other people, some of the people at the top, and it's frustrating to watch.
Yeah. So the people we know that jumped ship immediately, Melissa McAllister, some of them have jumped ship in the last little while. So here's what I find interesting. Some of Shalene's girls all jumped ship. Mindy Lawhorn, Jen Devereaux, Melissa McAllister, they all went to Hugh and Grace. All of them.
Can you put up Emma's comment?
Let's see. Absolutely. And I think we've all been talking about the fact that there were and if they would reduce the price of Energize, I liked Energize.
Yeah.
I would buy it.
Energize. I would do it.
I would drink Energize all day. Carl,
And so
lower the price, please, Carl.
Because it's not $60 is not competitive with the $40 Alani Nu or the $30 like whatever stuff I can get on Amazon that's the same thing.
Pea Science Highline, caffeine free, green apple, delicious.
What is it?
What's the point?
Okay, send it over.
Going back to what Emma was saying, though, that yes, it's a shift that needed to happen, but Carl did it in such an unethical way. He's basically bullshitting his entire downline that keeps his company open. Sorry, the independent contractors that keep his company open, and you could have made that pivot without tricking people and surprising people. And I put a lot of this on Carl and his just awful way that he runs his company, in my opinion. Yeah, I love that MLMs are biting the dust and the people that get hurt in the process because of really slimy moves from the CEO or the president or whatever, even the top leaders. Like, it tastes really bad.
And that's why I like what you said. Like, you can hold both. You can hold both at the same time. It's a great thing, and it also completely sucks. And and we can see that we pivot.
Jessica.
So
I remember that unsophisticated volunteer sales force.
Yeah.
I think it'll be interesting to see who still stays in the MLM model, because we know Christine Dwyer's going to. We showed that on the video yesterday that Jen and I did. She's planning on taking her downline. Janelle Summers has said she's not doing network marketing anymore. Which, who knows? I mean, once these other companies start offering bridge contracts and all these different things and the dollar signs start showing up, who knows what they'll end up doing. DC, do you want to explain bridge contracts?
This is kind of like this is kind of like a trashy, like real, what are the, like, I don't know, Real Housewives show.
Yes.
Like, I can't wait to see, like, what, sorry, watch from behind.
I love it.
Go ahead. Okay, so explain bridge contracts, DC, because you know those are happening.
Sure. So a bridge contract is sometimes secretive, sometimes not as secretive, but a lot of times the leader who gets one will never mention anything to their downline, but it is an agreement that the company offers to a top leader with basically a certain, sometimes like a set pay over a period of time. If they hit certain numbers, they would get bonuses, and they have to bring a certain number of people with them to the new company. And the person who was really known for this just was terminated from Modere, Justin Prince, in my opinion.
I know he was. In my opinion.
And he was kind of masterful at that. Lab, in my opinion, is doing something like that. I think they did something similar. This is my opinion with Brandon Stevens, because all of a sudden a bunch of people were coming over with Brandon to Lab, and I don't think that could have happened without a bridge contract in place. But it's really unethical, in my opinion, because the uplines will convince their downlines to come with them because of the great opportunity, and they never know that there's actually a contract in place where the person getting the financial benefit isn't really telling the truth. Hannah Alonso says, look at the source, remember the motive, whatever.
Consider the source. Yeah.
The source, remember the motive, and it's hard to really understand the motives when bridge contracts are in play. So
well, and Christine Dwyer yesterday said, you guys, I don't think we're done. I don't think I'm done, but I don't do anything like reactionary. So I am going to be studying and researching and contacting to make the best decision and interviewing for all of us so that I know the best place for us to go. So her plan is to take them all over and
interviewing what? What is she? You
the
are
other companies.
1099 contract. What?
She's interviewing to see who's going to give her the biggest contract.
yes,
correct.
exactly.
In our opinions. Yep. In our opinions,
my
that's what's going on.
opinion.
Allegedly.
Allegedly.
And that's all of the reactions that I've seen have just like had me rolling my eyes because everyone's just like, of course it's disappointing, but I have loved my years with Beachbody and it changed my life. And God, was it Lindsay Matway? Like last night I felt God prompting me to surrender my business to him. I'm like, you are so
Oh my God. Is anybody else noticing the copy and paste captions?
Yep.
Okay.
They're all saying the same thing.
So I want
Be
to
mad
mention
at
this
Carl. Like, show me something real.
because so last night I told my husband, I said, okay, because I am Christian and I've been very open about that. The fact that they're saying like God had his hand in this, you tell that to the people who are losing everything. So God was watching out for Lindsay Matway, but the other 10,000 of you just got screwed. Like, no.
Why do you think Jesus flipped the tables in the temple? It's because people were taking advantage of the poor and taking their money.
Yes.
That's right.
What are you talking about? So I get so mad. Like, God is not present in your MLM, and just stop
Spiritual manipulation.
And
Stop it right now.
I want to go back. I'm going to shout out Brittany Morgan. She's not feeling well. She was going to try and hop on with us today, but we were chatting today about the top people taking their downlines with them.
Yeah.
It is actually often illegal.
Alana was in my downlines, by the way. Alana Pinsky. Hi.
Yes. Mm-hmm. They are illegal. It's illegal to take your uplines over with you if they try and pull you and your team to a new opportunity.
Yeah.
That can be reported to the FTC.
And you could
they're making promises of income claims that are not there.
Yeah.
So if anybody would like a copy of Christine Dwyer's video from yesterday and you'd like to send it to the FTC, just hit me up. I have it.
I have it too.
Okay.
So we can do that. Okay, so you guys ready to watch some Summit?
Yeah.
I don't know how long I'm gonna last.
Hopefully it'll be less triggering.
Okay,
I
will tell you.
I just want to say one thing.
Yeah.
Watching the people crying in their stories, they're like the top coaches. They're not crying for their downline. They're crying because they're losing their downline.
Yes.
Yeah. It's not turn it also selfless.
They have to actually work and get paid for only their own labor.
Yeah.
That's what I said today, Sunday. I don't know, but
it was today.
They actually have to do what all I do is share this wonderful drink and then I make millions of dollars a year. Yeah.
That's what they actually have to do. They actually have to do it now.
Actually have to do it.
Yeah. Well, and I want to point out, like, too, and Emma said this in her story, the people who are doing like the I will remember you.
Oh my God.
And like with their teams, I'm like, your teams aren't going anywhere. If you didn't have all of these transactional relationships, you would still have all these friends.
If
you're
like one of them was like, I'm never going to see these people again. Why not? You said you became family and friends with them.
Yeah, because they know what it is. They're all going to go like if they're transactional relationships.
Yes,
they're not making
a story yesterday.
Yeah, I did too, about all the haters. And if they're talking about him and Megan, he knows who you are. And
you're not as anonymous as you think.
Joel said
one more woman.
Did they get married? Did they get married?
No, they're not. They're not married. They're just
shout out to the guy
together.
who blocked me for asking why he didn't correct Carl on stage at Summit when he talked about us losing muscle when we sleep at night.
Yeah.
I mean, he blocked me for a slew of reasons, but we, know. Hi, Joel.
Yeah.
What's up, Joel?
Well, I know we're like, we keep trying to, get to Summit stuff, but like, I mean, the two people who immediately blocked me, like they just immediately went in on how I'm bitter and I'm a hater. Like all of their comments were like, this is classless. This is insensitive. It was never engaging with the actual content because they can't engage in a logical argument. They just have to immediately label you as a hater. It's the only thing they have. It's the cult programming. Like anyone who brings any logical criticism is just a hater, and you must immediately dismiss them and block them.
Well, and I want to
facts. They don't exist.
I want to mention this with Chris. So Chris, make sure keep me honest in the chat. But after Chris and I did our video, Scotty like messaged him, I believe, and was like, I forgive you. You know, I'm so sorry that you felt this way. Blah 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 blah. Like
What? Scotty.
So big of him.
Scotty,
Scotty
Scotty
did that.
who?
What?
Scotty Hobbs.
Yeah,
Saint Scotty.
Scotty, go pound
Oh,
sand.
Scotty,
Honestly,
what's he
Who
gonna
still
do?
hasn't finished building his $2 million
Poor
house?
Scotty.
Speaking of houses,
Can I-
Autumn's selling the Florida house.
I
Yep,
will
Florida's going.
real quick. I have a question. Because I don't understand what's going on with so Tanya today on her stories is still like inviting people to join her group. So are they going to continue to do stuff like that? Like
yes.
that's how they're going to okay.
I know from
So-
inside the group, they are going full force and they are not letting people in the group for whatever the pre-Belvital fluffery that they're doing to join the big groups because they wanted to keep it small. Well, they're because Tanya's in the group with Kat and they did this like PR video of it's okay. I know everyone has questions, but it's it'll be fine. It'll be fine. And it's like Kat.
Well, so it sounds like
She loves
from the
coaching.
from the things that I have seen, what they're trying to get them to do is, you know how you can do a subscription for premium information with Instagram? That's what Carl is pushing his people to do.
Yep.
So they're going to create these subscriptions on Instagram and have people purchase membership to them. And so now you're going to have all of these unsophisticated sales forces becoming health
And
coaches.
unqualified health and fitness professionals giving misinformation and probably dangerous information again. This is why I said the other day, just because the MLM model's gone does not mean the nonsense that they spout is going to go away. It's going to get worse.
Yeah.
And they don't realize we can still report affiliate marketers to the FTC.
Yep.
And they take
100%.
and like they're not going to just go after the company for you messing up. They're coming after you.
Yep.
Yeah, 100%.
Yeah. Ask the doTERRA reps what happened, a year and a half ago when they got fined $15,000 a piece for
Night, Chelsea.
rent a friend.
Yeah.
Brought me her toy.
It's nice.
I mean, and they are so
think of
like
the doTERRA reps and then Brittany Dawn in Texas. It's going to turn into that because people are telling
she's so
these
pretty.
partners, you have all of the information you need now. Just sell your own course, create your own workout programs, do all of that. You aren't
Which is what Natasha and Jess Dukes have already done.
Yeah.
So yeah. Okay, so we're gonna watch Summit, and this is a little bit of bad form. We're gonna start with Michael Neiman, and I know he got let go yesterday.
Rip.
Don't feel bad. I don't feel bad. Like what Cheryl said, he was an architect.
He let go, but we knew he was going to get let go because they had to do a press release on the change in his compensation plan, and we knew it was coming.
They upped his severance a couple months ago because we knew this was coming.
Also, he worked at Herbalife too. He's never done anything.
And I wonder,
scamming people.
I wonder if he's going to go over to Shackley with Jeff Hill.
Ooh.
Jeff Hill's at Shackley.
Yes.
And so's Kim Carver.
Wow, I'm so behind.
Yeah.
I'm really behind.
Cheryl's trying to make up for like a year. She's like, what is happening?
It's been a long time.
What?
So Shackley is actually a fairly old MLM. They've been around for a long time. But again,
it's hilarious that she spelled Shackley as the Shackley's last name who've gone over.
Oh my gosh, that's hilarious. Yeah, it's Shaklee. Yep. So a lot of body people have gone there. So our kind of places that we're putting people, Shackley, Hugh and Grace, potentially Arbonne, because there have been a few that have gone there. Amare.
And there's a new one too called Wake. Is it Wake?
Yeah,
is that the one Justin Prince? No.
Yeah, it's awful. Oh, Make Wellness. Oh,
there's Wellness.
Yeah. It's awful, in my opinion, but whatever.
In your opinion.
All right. I'm going to add him in. Whenever you guys want me to stop it, just put your hand up and let me know.
Okay.
All right.
to ensuring that that investment pays off. So, now many of you are here because of a vision that you want to achieve as a body partner. Now, recently, I heard a quote from a very accomplished chef, and he said, achieving a vision of what you want to be comes from the practice of being who you are. Now,
This is so bad.
Like a foreshadowing that you learn about in 7th grade English, you know, like what is to come. That described Carl Deichler in a perfect way, because literally he called it. He called it right there. He didn't know he was. He did.
As I was listening to this stuff this afternoon, I was like, "Oh, this did not age well. This stuff does not age well." Knowing now,
and it was only a couple months ago.
Yeah, like 3 months ago.
3 months ago.
Yeah.
Takeaway from that is simple. Having a vision just isn't enough. It's the daily practice of what you do that brings you closer to your goals. So over the next couple of days,
I mean, he's not wrong.
Okay. That is true. But in an MLM, they'll tell you that this is one of the first things. It's like they tell you to hit Success Club every month. And with that repetitive, and you do your vital behaviors and you do that little by little every day, and you'll get where you want to go. And I kept getting stuck at 1 star, and then I fell back to diamond, and I could never get where I wanted to go. And my income started falling. And I was like, I have hit Success Club 72 months, however many 7 years is, like almost to the exact month, because my join date was October of 2014 and I quit October of 2021. And I hit Success Club every single one of those months. And then they would move the goalposts. So then it's like, well, you're only hitting Success Club 5, so you need to hit Success Club 10. Oh, well, your team will do like 50% of what you do. So I'm hitting like Success Club 40, and nobody on my team is even hitting Success Club, because you can't control what your team does. And also I was recruiting all the opera singers. Like, it's not, you can't do the little things in an MLM and get where you want to go, because it's an unsustainable model. So
100%.
Sneaky about so many, like the personal development industrial complex as well, is they say things that are true, but they use them to manipulate you to feel like you constantly need to be going back to them, because if you're not achieving your goals, you're like not a good enough person and you need their wisdom. So.
Well, and I will say, so as I was watching some of this afternoon, my husband came in and I was like, okay, listen to this. And what do you think? And he was like, that's pretty sound like business, really. Like, and as he's thinking about it, but then he's like, but wait, I heard Carl in yesterday, like when you guys were doing that video, and he was saying this. And I said, exactly. Like, they say things that make sense, but they twist it. And it's like, yeah, in a business setting, it does make perfect sense for this to happen. But when you're talking to basically volunteers, this doesn't make sense. It doesn't make sense. So, oh, that's a pretty bad freeze frame on him.
I got
Michael.
I'm telling you, yesterday, you and, because I was on with Kat afterwards on Kat Benson's channel, both of you had like the freeze frame game on point with Carl.
Poor Carl. We had some good ones yesterday. All right, let's go.
We hope that you'll learn new tactics, tools, and approaches to running your body business that you can put into immediate action. By refining your daily practices, you'll find it easier and more effective to move closer to those visions that you aspire to. But remember, this weekend is an investment in your business's future. So stay focused on what you can learn and what you can.
Every month that someone made a freaking purchase for what they were required to do for all the supplements was a quote unquote investment in their business. So like for them to kind of keep redefining what success is frustrating and makes me feel a little bit angry, because like of all the sacrifices people make to try to make this business opportunity work. And if you're just listening to this, my fingers are like cramping from like all the air quotes I'm doing, because it's just it's frustrating because like no one ever says thank you so much for the financial sacrifices that you've made to like move forward and support your body and be healthy and all this other stuff. Now I don't like MLMs, I get that, but we never hear anybody acknowledging, you know, all the stuff that the people who show up to these events or who are still buying and not showing up to these events that they do. It's like, come on.
Well, and it's frustrating because again, they reiterate so many times your business,
Yep.
your business. You are the CEO of your business and all of these word games. So yeah, they truly did think they did have their own business because that's what's reiterated to them over and over and over, unless they read the contract that they signed that clearly says this is not your business.
Yeah.
You are an independent contractor and we can change the terms within how many days?
30.
Which is exactly what they gave him.
Mm.
So if you didn't read your contract, you wouldn't know that.
Wow.
Well, I didn't read it. I know that much.
I didn't either.
It was way too many words.
I mean, I agree to every iPhone update. They could, you know, put something in there like you have to give us your firstborn child, and I would have to give Apple my firstborn child. I never read it.
Can you find out if that's in effect still? Because I could give a child. I mean, as long as I could pick which child on the day, I may be like, I will sign those terms. I'm teasing. I'm not giving away a child. Not today. Tomorrow, maybe. Not today.
And apply. And we're going to get started right now with our first speaker.
Here's the mindset that I want you to have.
Okay, so I did cut up Carl's speech a bit because I didn't want to have to listen to I eat like a toddler, although I may have left some of that in. You'll hear some of the same stuff, but I did cut him a bit and did sections. So you'll see.
Bless you.
What we talked today. I want you to think of this and remember that this is no hobby. The people backstage, the people who put this event together, the people up here, this is a job. This is a business. This is a business of helping people achieve their goals to lead healthy, fulfilling lives. The people who didn't show up here, hopefully they're watching virtually, or they're going to rely on the people who did show up to be the amplification of what we do. Your job is to stay connected to the company, and we need to do a better job of communicating with each other, not being like the company and the field. We are the company. And if we want this business to succeed, we, the company, have to get after it. We have to communicate. People need to know, what are we building? What is our goal?
This didn't move well at all.
Amy said this earlier, so I'm not laughing as hard as Amy.
I don't understand what happened. I was paying attention to Carl. What happened?
Carl saying that we have to work together. We need to work on our communication. We need
Now let's remember what he said. So he's saying this now, but he said this yesterday. We didn't communicate well enough with each other.
Oh, yeah.
Wow. He's dropping little Easter eggs and foreshadowing.
Yep.
In the end of June, what is happening now?
The funny thing though is he's like, we need to communicate with each other. Excuse me, you dropped this huge bombshell on everyone at the exact same time that a press release is going out.
But this is the thing. Like, maybe I've been laid off by big companies, Samsung, LG, because they did a reduction in the sales team, in the field sales team, and we didn't. I mean, what did these people expect that they were going to get? Like, we got on a conference call and they told us that as of today, it is your last day of being employed for Samsung or LG. HR will get you your information. Like, what did they want HR to reach out to them? They didn't have HR. Like,
no.
What did they expect?
And
it's
I would say
business.
No, and because I used to deal with contractors a ton when I did human resources, and part of the beauty of having contractors is you can pivot like that. You can let them all go. You don't have to do anything. And so it's interesting to me that he can say this in one breath, though, like, I want you guys communicating with me.
Yeah.
Because he wants to know what's going on in the field, but he is never going to communicate with them until it is absolutely necessary.
I feel, you know what I do feel bad for? I do feel bad for the people that really believe that it was a business and really think that they know how a business works. Because my God, they're going to be surprised. They're going
Yeah.
to be surprised. Like,
Yeah, this
I mean, I don't know. Maybe because I've been out of Beachbody for what, 3 years now? Two, yeah. Wow, 3 years.
Oh,
Okay. Let me just rewind that for a second. That's crazy. I didn't realize that. But maybe because I've been out for 3 years and my brain is like, I now understand how things work and I'm not so much into the cult mindset, right? Maybe I'm just, that's why I'm not like, and I'm not, and I haven't been engulfed in all of like the anti MLM stuff. I'm just like, I don't understand why it's so hard for them to get. It's almost like my MLM days where you're just like, well, that's just stupid. Like, why would you believe that?
yeah.
Because like now I don't get it. I'm like, why? Why are we thinking this way?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Chris
And-
makes a good point too. Like if you've listened to Emily Paulson's book, Hey Hun, or read it, I listened to it on audiobook. She has a whole chapter about like when they have to like go get real jobs. If you have an MLM on your resume, or CV as they say in the UK, like it hurts you. They don't take you seriously, and a lot of companies even like they're like, oh, I don't want to touch that. Oh, you were an MLM, like you're like blacklisted.
So I did an interview with Gladys from MLM Exit. And she's going to be launching her YouTube channel, and we talked about some of those things. The hardest part now is that you leave a social footprint. So your employers, you can't hide the fact that you were in an MLM. It was all over your social. You put it everywhere. So you can't hide it. You have to be able to explain it and be able to talk to what you learned from it.
Yeah.
Because they will find it. Everyone does. You search your people now. Okay. So you're gonna have to figure it out.
Recruiter here, we don't move forward with MLM, even if you worked in C-suite.
Oh, can I tell y'all? Listen, you know who you are. If you ever see this, please do not get mad at me. We've already had this conversation. At my current job, that we were in new hire training, and one of the people, I asked them what they did before, and they said that they were an Herbalife consultant. We were in one-on-one, like we were on outbreaks, like in our breakout rooms, and I looked at him and I said, "You did what? Like, what is your sales? What?" He said, "I was an Herbalife consultant," and I said, "So you were part of a pyramid scheme?" And he was like, "Well, no," and I said, "Come on, man, like." Let's really have this conversation. Like, you're working here now. Like, are you still part of the pyramid scheme? Like, it didn't work out. Like, did you buy a storefront? Did you go into the store and actually not work for nothing? Like, it was very. I was like, I was so shocked that I just met somebody that literally, like, he believed it was a true sales job.
Yeah.
And that's one of the ones that has a documentary about it. That's
yeah.
Yeah.
I believed it was a true sales job. And I was like, dude, you can't believe that was real. Like,
there's so many HR people in the comments like, "Yep, threw them out, didn't want them."
Herbalife.
And I mean, hey, wait though, I don't know what's worse, that or being like, my wife retired me 7 years ago through her MLM, and now I have a 7-year gap in my resume.
Or do they know that they were the assistant?
This is probably, I'm not in HR, but I will say, because I mean, I'm not illiterate and I'm not stupid, but what I would tell these people to do is, like, obviously your wife created a team and that's what their company was called. I would say, that you were a personal assistant or, the vice president of this company. Don't lie, right? But you did help in the back end of doing things, and use those soft skills to transfer over, because that gap in your resume is not going to look good. And the job market right now is hard.
Yeah, 100%. 100%. All right, let's keep this going.
Sorry.
All right, Carl.
What is our mission? And the mission needs to be more important than the fear that holds us back. And for partners, you want the simplicity of just inviting people to do a program. Do it with me. And here are the 4 reasons this new chapter is so exciting for partners. Getting back to selling one program at a time. 1, we're adding the opportunity.
So did you guys know that he had done this at Summit?
Yeah.
I hadn't seen that.
Foreshadowing of what just happened.
He admitted at Summit that going to this Netflix of fitness and having this huge catalog was all a mistake. That they should not have done that. It was overwhelming for people, that it backfired, and they wanted everyone to get back to doing one program.
It's only backfired because they were an MLM model.
Yep.
Yeah.
100%. So this is what, and here's the interesting thing. I don't know. I don't remember how much of this I kept.
Do you still have access to everything though? If you buy like just that one program, or you just only have access to that program? Is it back?
Yeah, you can buy one-off programs now.
Yeah. So like
really?
I really loved doing Chalene Extreme. Right? I liked that. I liked some of those programs. So some of those you can now purchase. You would still access it on their platform, but you would have it the entire time. So you wouldn't lose it. It's not like part of your subscription. You don't have to have the annual subscription. You can own individual programs now.
Oh, instead of
all
like
just
the
digital.
DVDs.
Yeah.
Oh.
We might be selling Cheryl on going and purchasing.
Don't purchase Cheryl.
Not until November.
Don't do it.
Cheryl,
Don't do it.
Accept the invite
free.
I sent you.
I hate. Listen, allegedly, I do not like Joel at all. Like I can't stand him. But I did love me some Core de Force. I'm sorry, I loved it.
Go to Les Mills.
Do Les Mills.
I know, but it helped me. Okay, I'm gonna shut up. I'm not going back.
It's good.
I'm not going back. Promise.
I won't lie. I got certified to teach it because I really enjoyed it.
Maybe you teach me. Me and you get up in the morning. You teach me the class, and I'll do Core de Force with you.
Let's go. I got it. I got you.
Opportunity to put share carts together so you can help your customers get Shakeology plus purchase one program at a time at an incredibly affordable price.
Yeah.
Eventually, we're going to actually put that back into the cart, into the challenge pack construct.
So we're going to be doing one program at a time, and Belvital is over $300 with tax, and then the $20 discount makes it $280, but with tax.
No, it's not a $20 discount.
Oh, it's not?
You get a coupon code to apply because you get a $20 coupon. Yeah. So it's still $300. But again, I said this yesterday, the $300 does not include Shakeology. The package only includes 1 month of supplements.
1 month, yeah.
1 month. And the program is 3 months long.
Oh.
And
I don't think they have done I don't think they've come out with how much the supplements are going to be moving past that 1 month either.
They haven't.
I mean, we know how much that protocol was.
I'm guesstimating it's going to be around $150 for both of them.
Wow.
Woof.
Let me just say this so everybody does not really believe. I really am not going to buy Energize. I'm not going to buy anything on Body. I promise you, I'm still a Peloton person. I have a subscription every single month. Like, it's not going to happen. I promise.
and I think I agree with I don't remember who said it, Becky, I think. Like, here's the deal. It's who's running it. Like, I don't want to give another dime to Carl.
They got my $20 so I could see the liver detox, but they're getting nothing else. And it actually wasn't my $20. People donated and bought me coffee. So thank you to people who bought me coffee so I could share the liver detox.
Oh my gosh, it's so funny.
I mean, it wasn't, I mean, we all joined for a reason. Obviously, there were things that we liked, you know.
100%.
Like, not all the programs are bad, you know. Even Autumn at first, I thought 21 Day Fix, the original one, was like a nice, like, baseline fitness, 30 minutes a day, like before she got horrible. But, and there was definitely some horribleness that I hear. I don't now, hear, but like,
I know what you're saying.
And like, I redid 80 Day Obsession, and I was like, Autumn's body dysmorphia was like so loud to me that I was like, oh my gosh, how did I not notice this before?
Yeah. Well, and I think I left this part on just because he's like, this is an exciting new chapter for partners. None of these things are exciting. Like, and none of them are that new, right?
He was telling them what was going to happen.
Yeah, 100%.
This entire time, he was telling them the
when
entire summit.
This is like when I joined. Like we shared a cart, and you bought one DVD, and I bought a DVD every single month, just so I could have a new challenge group every single month. I mean, I owned pretty much every program at the time from 2013 to 2021. I mean, yeah. Yeah.
Right.
I mean,
okay, I'm going to keep this going.
That's crazy.
Yeah. No, because we had to buy them.
Yeah.
Right? Like you had to be proof the product works. So you had to buy all of the programs. 100%.
This fall, but right now we're going to do it in the cart. We're sort of jury rigging it a little bit so that people can just add the body lava to their checkout of buying the shake. Okay, 2, we've got more programs now that are suitable for beginners and people of all shapes, sizes, and preferences, which means we've got a broader appeal to help more people find the program that's right for them to start. 3.
Haven't all their programs since the beginning of time had a modifier in every single program? Because they and even when it was Gunthy Ranker, whatever it was before Beachbody bought them or they merged or whatever, there was always you're probably not going to be able to do this and do every.
I don't think there was a modifier in Insanity, in the original
Insanity, but there was in P90X.
Yeah,
and there was in 30, in Max 30.
Yeah, Max 30 there was, but not the original Insanity. There was not, because that's the one I got. I had burned DVDs of those. A cousin sent me. That's how I did that.
I had pirated that one on like BitTorrent or something.
Yeah, I got burned DVDs from those. But remember when they brought Lacey on and they were promoting her program as the only program for beginners in the entire fitness industry?
Yeah. No. I thought that was a little
over the top.
Insulting?
Yeah.
It's like your very first trainer who's not a size 2 is the one that's doing like the easiest
for beginners only.
Yes. Yeah, for beginners only. I'm like, that's not sending a great message, in my opinion.
No,
yeah. Body Lava was a program that came out over the summer. It was a ripoff of PiYo.
And it did not go well.
It did not. Carl enjoyed it. That was about it.
Yeah. DC, did you have your hand up?
I just hate to, I have to say it. I'm just going to say it once and I'm going to leave it. Who in the early 1990s PowerPoint set up these this gradient goal? Because what the hell? Like I'm really confused. I really like you've been open for over 20. How long have they been open for now?
Like 26 years.
26 years, and like, did they fire the graphic designer? Is that why we're looking at this? Because like, I don't know what's happening right now.
All right, she got it out.
She got it out.
It's hard to read the words.
DC, so I went back to helping with the marketing and the creative for the job that I was doing before after I stepped back, and I'm cleaning up all the messes that the guy took over for me. I'm like, they're horrible. I'm going to have to send you some of the stuff that he did. And you'll be like,
oh my gosh. All right.
3, we'll continue to make more programs in the library available for digital purchase every single month. And we'll be advertising them on TV, on social, as they become available. And that's going to help raise the awareness and the visibility of the entire company again. That's a major priority for us, so that the whole ecosystem, rising tide floats all ships, right? Okay, and 4, once people get to know how well our programs work, again, by focusing on that program, we now have this ability of the subscription to actually build what they call lifetime value, which we know is perfect for people who fall in love with the results that they get with their first program. And naturally, they want to have total access to the whole ecosystem. Hey, I understand some people might just want to start with Shakeology. That's got to be okay. We need to meet them where they are. They're not ready for a fitness program. How about this shake that can change everything in just a shake a day?
Which is so funny. I found it so much easier to sell the fitness programs than Shakeology, my dude.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
I really had to.
No.
But Shakeology is where they make their money.
Yep, 100%.
The supplements is where the company makes their money.
Speaking of money, so the company, I'm guessing, is maybe they've been in a financially precarious position for however long it's been now. And he freaking set aside money in his budget to personally print his name on the chair on stage.
They always do that.
What is happening right now? I just don't get it. Like, my mind is like, Carl? What? I'm like, Carl, don't you do it? But Carl's done it. He just went and did it. Like, oh
Yep.
my God.
Yep. I hear a dog. Whose puppy is that?
We've got a floof.
Oh, Cheryl's floof.
We love it.
He's got a dark collar on, so I don't know how it's not working. It's kind of crazy.
My
there it went.
floofs are way too loud. They can't come in. So, all right.
Wait a second, Amy. Did you get another dog?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I had to get a dog. I got a dog for my dog because
So cute.
Grover was he's a lot of dog. He's like 150 pounds a dog. He's a lot. And so he took a lot of time. So we got him his own dog, and we rescued her. So her name is Bearly. So we've got 2 burners.
They're adorable. I saw them today on your stories.
Oh, thanks.
Lana says Shakeology caused trauma to her stomach.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
I got sick after I drank mine first day. So I know that's not everyone's story, but it's, yeah.
Oh, it messed with me.
Well, and here's the problem too, I think, is, and I didn't go back and verify all of the numbers, but something like 70-something% of coaches that they surveyed for gut protocol said that they had digestion issues. It was in the 70s or 80s.
It was 70%. But they promoted it as 70% of all Americans. Like that's like, where did you get? And no, that's not true.
All right, my loves, I gotta go.
Oh, bye, Cheryl.
Good to see you.
I love this, and I will, if I can, here in a little bit, I will jump into the chat. Okay.
Okay.
Perfect.
Love you all. Bye.
All right. Bye. Okay. All right. We'll keep this going.
And then when they're ready for real lifestyle change, most people need to experience a specific program first. Then we have the potential to upgrade them to the full subscription experience. And what's most exciting about this return to focusing on one program at a time. Hey, so much incredible information.
Okay, so you can see he changed the button up. So now we're on the next day.
Yeah.
That was from the introduction. This is where he becomes just unhinged.
Ooh, good. Yay.
Carl.
So Carl's gonna like completely and total. And if you don't like swearing, I recommend leaving now.
Okay.
The last 2 days so far, right? Great super workout this morning. Did you like that?
Well,
and some major regions.
So the super workout.
Oh,
I
so
watched it. The amount of people were in it. The amount of people that were in the super workout this year was the same amount of people in the breakout workout I did in 2017 for quarter force.
Oh my God.
It was so bad.
There was maybe
so bad.
Maybe 10,000 people at Summit this year. Because
I think it was less than that.
That's why I said maybe. I looked up where they had it, and I was looking to see what the capacity was for each room.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
At the most, there was 10,000 people there. But
And
it's
then
probably around 8.
they pre-sold tickets for next year, and they only pre-sold up to 5,000.
Yeah.
Ooh. Wow.
Yeah.
Sorry, I don't mean to keep being shocked, but like,
Yeah.
watching a marketing company burn is just wild. Like, I know we're like MLM, but I'm like, oh my God, this is wild.
I was in like 2 years. Like there were like 30,000, 40,000 people at Summit in Indianapolis and
Nashville.
Yeah.
Yeah, our Nashville super workout was huge. I mean, they closed down like blocks of the city. It's wild to watch the downfall in real time. Yeah.
Yep.
To get productive and jump into body lava, like many of you are in qualification now for the cruise this fall, and we've announced the body rewards trip, and that.
You guys, can you even imagine being on that cruise next week?
Yeah.
I'm just saying.
Kat Napolitano's going to it.
Well,
is she gonna go? She's gonna do it.
That elite cruise, but elite now includes 2 stars, right?
Mm-hmm.
Amy Grasso canceled, and so did Kim Fitzpatrick.
Ooh.
I was gonna say Fitzpatrick's did.
I'm sure there are more
and
people that will.
yeah, I'm absolutely.
I'm sure if Amy canceled, Allie Upham, if she qualified, is going to cancel too.
Okay, wait. You guys will appreciate this. My husband just empowered my 13-year-old to come up with dinner. So she did. She asked for my debit card.
Oh my God.
Peanut butter and jelly it is.
I mean,
kudos.
I mean, she shot her thing for, and now my 19-year-old's like, can I come grab your card? All right, there you go.
Looks amazing. Who wants to go on that vacation?
Nope.
All right. Has anybody in here already purchased a ticket to Summit in Southern California?
Nope.
Yeah,
you guys, this is so bad.
Is that Moira with her hand up?
Moira's raising her hand. She has a question.
Danny
She wants to know
right there.
Some of
Moira's wondering.
List.
I think Moira's wondering, can I get a refund on that? She's raising her hand to ask a question.
That guy right there, and he has his arms like this.
That's Danny Delgado. That's Christina.
Danny Delgado.
No way. He's not having it. He is not having it.
Nope, they're not happy.
Has anybody told their team to pick up a ticket? All right. I'm super excited to recognize so many of you in our celebration event tonight because the work you do matters. But will it be okay if, as I talk today, I ask you to do things maybe a little bit differently and maybe work at it a little bit more like a CEO? Will that be okay if I do that today? I'm asking your permission. Because the fact that you help people is a really big deal. And I can't wait to celebrate that work and all your achievements tonight, despite the headwinds that I know many of you have experienced over the last year. And maybe tonight, we'll inspire some of you to say to yourselves, hey, that's going to be me up there next year.
I had written down.
Had to know, right? Like he knew this kind of thing doesn't happen in just like a month or 2. Like he had to know when he was giving this speech that there was going to be no next.
I'm going to shout out Brittany again. We were chatting today. Her husband just had to create a whole like new marketing plan and paperwork and stuff because they were laying off people, and they started working on it 6 months ago.
Oh, okay.
So they weren't going to like do what Carl did, just drop it on him. He's like, no, they wanted to make sure that it was communicated correctly.
I was looking because I had actually, now I have way too many notebooks because, I'm back in school now and I don't have anything organized. The amount of people that they recognized at Summit was so bad. The number of 5 stars and stuff, like it was so unbelievably low. And I've got it written down somewhere because I had tracked it and I was like, holy, and the fact that also with most of them, they didn't have, a lot of them weren't there. A lot of the top coaches were not there. So that was also really interesting. So he's going to start breaking this down for them. And yeah, they are getting a refund, they said, for Summit tickets that they have purchased.
But
I'll tell you what the problem is. And the problem with the network right now, and with even many people in this room, after you hear all this, and we go through this every single year, and this isn't a criticism, this is a reality. Because many of you, you signed up for this job or this opportunity, and it's sort of like, hey, some of you even say, hey, boss, to me. I'm not your friggin' boss. I'm not. I'm a co-CEO.
No.
And you need to know what it's like to be a CEO.
Throw some tomatoes at you. What the hell?
See, and this is
CEO.
Hi, little blue.
If they were co-CEOs, they would have been having the conversation about what he just did this week.
Yep.
She's flummoxed.
I'm distracted by a beautiful white cat on the screen.
She is so pretty. So pretty.
Goodness. For Carl to be like,
a CEO doesn't get
to have the audacity to say, oh yeah, an unsophisticated volunteer sales force. He started trashing him last year on those calls with the financiers or whatever. And now now it's like, oh, we're co-CEOs. No, you're not. You wouldn't call a fellow co-CEO an unsophisticated volunteer sales force. So, like, what do you actually mean, Carl? Like, oh, I'm so Carl,
and take ownership of it, like it is yours, so that you keep working for free.
Well, and he's saying right now, which is really to me ridiculous, is he said, here's what the problem is with the network. It's that you are doing blah, 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 blah. It's like, it's not the way that I'm running the business. It's not that I did the stupid tour de pants. Like, how are they supposed to sell the weird shit that he's been coming up with?
Yes.
Like,
that's a great question. And you know what? Good CEOs and good leaders take responsibilities for their mess ups and their like missteps. And they say, you know what? We've really set you up for failure because we put too much on your plate. There was too many things to offer people, which we thought was great at the time, but we really see after talking to our hardworking members in the field that it would be better if we had less, whatever he wanted to say. But here he basically said there's a problem with the network. The network is your unsophisticated volunteer sales force, the people who signed up. So he's basically saying, hey, I'm not really going to be mean to you, but like he is being mean to the people.
It's your fault.
Yeah, it's your fault. His fault. Like
just like
that's an armchair psychologist and throw around the word narcissist, but like he really never apologizes, never takes accountability. Nothing's ever his fault.
I was really surprised in the first part of Summit when he said we underestimated, or he something about going digital and that didn't go well. And so that was the first time I've ever heard him say something like that.
You know what? It was going well until they raised the price.
Yeah.
Yep. And I think it could still go well. I mean, yeah, but I think he's burned too many people now. So let's let him keep digging that grave.
Put their feet up and go, hey, this is neat. The checks are just coming in. Awesome that those people are making me all this money. Thank you. It doesn't work. There's no such thing as passive income. I'm sorry. A CEO needs to be on top of it, imparting a sense of urgency to your team every single day that you want to be productive. Every day. And so you heard Brendan talk about ambition. So if you felt the fire of ambition starting to light up in you, you're like, ooh, I feel that ambition. When are you going to act on that ambition? Is it going to be tomorrow? Is it going to be next week? Hey, you know what? When things really feel right, I'm going to act on that ambition. Screw it. You need to act on the ambition right now. If you're not writing notes, if you're not getting ideas, you just had a mastermind from geniuses, superpowers up here. I'm like writing notes in the backstage. I need to get into this partner thing.
You guys know who the geniuses were? Do you want to know?
Yeah, I do want to know because I'm about to be shocked.
And who else?
It was Tanya Barron, Danny Petra, and there was one other. Yeah, they were the masterminds that he is talking about.
Would Tanya be that successful if she didn't get in early and was a cast member in Insanity? Like,
so all of them. Like, she was in all the stupid videos.
They
finally blocked me.
Gaslight you into stuff.
Yeah,
they gaslight you into thinking that like any advantage someone had like coming in, it's like, well, that doesn't matter. It's just like how hard you work. It's like, no, if you are in a cast member in the program, like a bunch of people are going to follow you for that. You know,
if
like
you were friends with the super trainers, it gives you an in. Like, yeah. So that's not ambition. I just had tacos.
Where does Carl Eichler get off by assuming that people are not ambitious in his company, the people that are working day in and day out, and maybe they got in later and weren't as successful because they may not be as good recruiter, but maybe they're making Success Club every single month, and maybe they're like, yes, Bethany, right here, like it's so unseemly of him to say this from stage and slap all of his, in his words, unsophisticated volunteer sales force in the face like that. Like,
Well,
give me a break, dude.
And we're gonna look at it this way too. He just called out people like Ashley Molstad.
Oh, he's going to, and it gets better. It does. Gonna,
okay. This is you doing this to me. What I did to you yesterday.
Yeah,
I'm just gonna watch now.
You just wait. I got you.
Just you wait.
This is how you get up on this stage. This is how you march across this stage with, like, vaulting past the next level of recognition. That should be your ambition. Do this with your life. If you're going to come into this, do this with your life. As a CEO, as an entrepreneur, as a superhero. Tonight is the night that the light bulb can go off for some people, where you'll remember your potential. Because you'll see it up here, and you'll remember how important you can be in the lives of the people that you can help. Think about that for a second. Think about how freaking important you can be. Because I've heard kids, so I'm rounding this profanity. But think about
he only does it for a second. He can't handle it. He can't handle it for very long. And maybe I've missed. I think it's still coming up, but he actually makes the comment of someone that used to be a superstar diamond and is now an emerald. It happens, is what he says.
Oh my God.
And I don't remember if I cut that part or if it's coming, but I mean, that's the reality.
Yeah.
And did they just stop working? Maybe. But there were a lot of us that we couldn't fill spaces fast enough in order to maintain those ranks. And none of those superstar diamonds maintained their ranks either.
And
because we still see them.
The surveys he talked about yesterday, talking with partners, they said 50% of their audience is not interested in joining at all.
Yeah.
They have no market.
Yep.
Is there a link to the full length summit talks? No, there is not. Do I have them? Maybe. I mean,
this was the first year they didn't put it on Vimeo, so we couldn't watch it. They did it all through the Body app.
It's true.
We're relying on moles
sending us stuff.
And you know who you are. Thank you very much for sending me all of the stuff.
About how fucking important you can be to somebody's life with what you do. Now, what I want to do for the next half hour is simplify some things for you to get into how it feels to be a partner, how it feels to be in that process of talking to people on DMs, talking through texts. You know, you heard some incredible strategies, like literally listening to Danny, I'd be like, well, how hard is this business? And even listen to Allie before. And if you look at what we have on the Coach Basics page, what's in common is quantification. So whether it's 10 in play or just get 3, is that what she said, Keyshawn? Like just power of 3. And Danny has, I think she said 60 social contacts a day. All of that, very simple. Just break it down for yourself.
It's also easy.
Simple. I just showed you it never builds momentum. It doesn't.
What? So easy.
I was supposed to message 100 people a day.
Yeah, that's what they say in the Slay Squad group. When the flippity flop is the last time Carl Deichler went from 0 to 15-star diamond himself by doing all these things he's telling his downline people, his unsophisticated volunteer sales force to do? When has he done that? He hasn't done it in, I don't know, ever or a long time.
And the top people can't do it either.
No, and it didn't go. Years.
Yeah.
When was the last 15-star diamond advancement. Did they even get one in 2024? Like, did anyone
No.
or even in 2023? Like, did
Maybe
anyone have a 15-star day? Like, I don't think anyone can hit superstar diamond anymore. There's just not enough people to join.
I'm going from memory and I could be wrong. I believe that the highest rank that anyone had hit last year, I think one person may have hit 10-star, maybe.
Yeah.
But other than that, like, that was it. And very few people hit above a 5-star.
Yeah. That's why they lowered elite to 2-star, so they could look like they have some elite coaches.
Yeah.
Yeah, because they wouldn't have had any.
I would have been close to elite.
Yeah.
Right. It's wild.
I mean, if I think about it, it already was kind of happening because I got to go to New Leader Conference because I was a 1-star. That used to only be for 2 stars. And then they lowered it to 1-star, which I just realized that now. Like, I was like, oh, wait, was it already happening? Because I think that was in 2019.
Yeah, it must have already been happening because they got a surge in 2020. When you look at the revenue on Business for Home, and I know that's a pro MLM site, but if you can look at the reported revenues and you see a bump in all of these MLMs in 2020, and you see that little bit of a bump in Beachbody or Body, whatever. And so I think like there was a lull, then a little bit of a bump, and then it's not been good.
Yeah. And then it was an immediate. Yeah, it was an immediate decline. All right.
Quantification. I got a number, a quota that I'm holding myself to because I'm a frickin' CEO of a business and I want to be productive and I want to put money into my family's fucking bank account.
Look at him. He is, you know what? He's saying everything with his arms crossed. He's not participating. The way that his mouth is like that, it's just contempt. The contempt he has for Carl Deichler is so visible right now.
And again, I'm going to throw it out right now. He is going to continue to swear the rest of the time. Like,
how many people, like, putting money in your family's effing bank account? Like, how many people lost money from their family's bank account in order for a few people to have that money? Like, you know,
5 years, 5 years, net profit $200.
I mean, and you can see like who's clapping, who's smiling. Christina Delgado, right? Janelle Summers is sitting behind her. They're the ones who made the money.
Yep.
They're the ones.
Right? I had put $130 a month into a Roth IRA all those years instead of drinking Shakeology.
Yes. Right?
We just my 17-year-old just opened a Roth IRA.
Oh, good job.
Oh, good job.
17.
That's amazing. All right, let's keep going. Okay. How can he say that with his chest? And I think that is the hardest part in all of this is he knows what's coming. Because when you are running, I was talking to my husband. They were doing this reorganization thing at work. And I said, how long have you guys been doing this? And he said, we've been working on this for 4 to 6 months. And I said, you're right. You have $1 billion company. You don't just go boop and turn it.
Right.
Yeah.
He has been doing this for months. So he's saying this with his full chest, in my opinion, knowing full well what's coming.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And that's what's gross.
Yeah.
So gross.
Do you want money in your family's fucking bank account?
Those people don't look happy
Stand
either.
the fuck up for a second.
Has he ever cussed at Summit? That's my.
No.
I might have.
Not that I remember.
Not that I remember.
Oh. And that's the thing. He is deviating from his behavior that he's done before. And that's one thing. Some people like to cuss, like me, and some people don't. And that's cool. But for him to go from not cussing and for all of those years at Summit, and then now he is.
Surprise!
Well, and here's
Cheryl, let Amber in.
Here's the other thing I want to say from looking at it from like a business standpoint. As a professional, as a CEO, you should be talking to everybody, right? You should be making it a cohesive message to everyone. There are people who are going to shut down when they hear you swearing like that.
Yeah.
There just are. So you speak to the most conservative in the room as the CEO.
Yeah.
You just do. And so that did bother me because I'm like, what about all of the people there who were uncomfortable? And he acknowledged that there are kids there.
There are kids. Yeah.
And he knows that.
I don't give a flippity flop because it seems to be all about Carl.
It is.
Yeah.
It always has been.
Yeah.
He's been at the
Amber,
top of the pyramid the whole time.
Amber, do you want to flash your artwork or anything?
Oh, well, it's all right.
Oh, dang it.
It's all right.
Your sleeve is so beautiful. Oh my gosh, I can't wait to see it.
My elbow is throbbing right now.
Oh,
the whole
painful.
back of my arm. So back forearm and then up here. So
yeah. All right. Well, we are currently watching Carl just lose it on stage.
I see that.
He's
This is from this year's summit?
David.
This year.
You see David's comment?
Oh
Oh my gosh, that's so funny. Oh, that's great. All right, he's gonna keep going.
Seriously, are you ready to go with this?
Hey, wait, did that woman just shake her head no? I swear.
I would love it.
The woman in the middle was like, no, I'm out. I'm done.
God, it's like it's like, oh my gosh, we would like be so sleep deprived and emotional and like whip ourselves into these frenzies, and it's so like culty.
Nah, I sat there and watched people do that. I was like, what? Me and my one friend were like, no, we're done. That's what happened at 7. We were done. Like, no.
This is the second day, and this is also after Brendan Burchard. And then they just had the panel with Danny and Tanya.
Not just the second day, the last day, because they cut it short. It was only basically a day and a half this year. Same.
Yeah. Yeah, because this is the afternoon session before the big celebration thing, which was so bad. It's so bad.
Carl wants to be a mega church pastor so bad he can taste it.
Yeah.
Yeah. He was close. He was close there for a while. It's all gone now.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Pretend time is over. Neat coaching business. No. Okay, you can sit down. Thank you for standing up. It is go time. This is a business. You're CEOs. You signed up to do something, to help some people. The people who come up on this stage that we're going to recognize tonight are the ones that stepped up for themselves. And they're the same as you. And here's the thing. They're the same as the people on your team at home who are like, I don't know if I can do it. They can do it.
That's so gross. That's so gross. What leader does that and says, yeah, I'm going to come up here and I'm going to make fun of the people who are discouraged because I made an awful business model and a compensation change. Go off, Carl.
And have been releasing crappy program after crappy program and trying to get them to sell it.
The great thing is though, like
they didn't step up for themselves. They have a bunch of people propping them up. They have a bunch of people who lifted them up and put them on the stage who don't get any recognition.
Carl's getting dragged in his comments on that Instagram post. That
it's amazing.
People are not holding back. I guess Amy Mashburn went on live tonight and just went off.
Oh,
I've heard the same. I'm gonna try and download that one.
Well,
somebody's gonna get that for me because I know
my grandma coach.
I think she deleted it. But yeah, Amy Mashburn went off apparently, and she was like pissed. Natasha Pearson went off this afternoon. She outwardly said that she was never she never owned this business. Like she was not a business owner. Like like
did.
Of course she did.
I do have Julie's call, so I've got that. I've got that live.
So I just
Yes, surprise
Julie
Carl
would
on-
say that. Oh my God, Julie would say that. She's so terrible.
It's awful.
Oh yeah, she's
So
wild in the Slay Squad group. She's absolutely wild.
Amy's live is still up. Someone want to go download that real quick?
Someone go download that for Amy.
I'm blocked.
I'm
not.
blocked from her too, but
I've literally been blocked for years by her, but I just saw it on the Unsnark Reddit
okay.
thread.
I'll see if we can download it later too. All right, let's go.
You just need a partner, and you are a catalyst for that change. You are a partner to them. That's why you're not a coach. You're a partner to them. You're not responsible for them. You're a partner. They're responsible for their job, helping people understand, though, their potential to feel better, to achieve something. That's what you can do, and you do it so well.
How do
But
you
think
download
about that
a
role
video
for a
on-
second.
How
So
do you
it is
download?
on-
Instagram. There's an Instagram downloader. Let me find the name of it. Hold on.
Yeah.
I can link it in both chats. Just give me.
Okay. Awesome. We'll let DC work some magic in the background.
Because I'm not blocked. Although when I search her, I can't find her. I have to like find her through other tags and then click on her, but I can still get to her account. So I don't know if like
Okay.
I don't know what that is.
I'm linking it in the chat right now, Bethany. Don't click on it.
Oh, someone said it wasn't as great as they thought. She did say one day I'll spill it all.
Oh, let me link it here too.
So
All
we'll
right,
see.
so I jumped over to Facebook really quick to look at because I don't want to go on Instagram, but I'm looking at Carl's text post from today that says we will never
Yeah.
quit. Emma, I don't know if you're still in the live, but I'm laughing my ass off at your comment. Emma put you might not quit, but you'll probably be fired.
It was so good.
These are some great comments. Okay, let's keep listening to the douche.
Okay.
You're a partner in helping people achieve something that I think too many people take for granted, whether it's making an income or getting healthy. In some cases, people feel hopeless about it all the time. Some of you in here might feel hopeless about it, whether it's your health or your income. Why can't I make Success Club like legacy, whatever it is, every month? Why can't I do this every month? The feeling of your productivity, the feeling of your body, the feeling of your mindset operating the way it's supposed to be, vital, productive, capable, strong, alert, resilient, happy. You know what that's called? That's called health esteem. That's called feeling good about myself, being productive about myself.
Man, woman, TV.
Oh my gosh. Like, seriously, dude. And it's all on them. They just needed to suck it up, and it was just a mindset. It's just a mindset, really.
And not letting any mindset hold me back. This is what you bring to people's lives. By being proof the products, the system can work. By courageously sharing the true ups and downs of the journey. The downs are okay as long as you don't sit in it. You have to be part of the creation of hope. Hope is what gets people out of that depression, out of that mindset of, it's not going to happen anymore. I can't do this. What's the next thing that you should say to yourself when it's like, I don't know if I can do this? The next thing you say, I'm going to try again. That's the next thing. That's all you have to say. I'm going to try today. I'm going to, what is it, 3? I'm going to do the power of 3. I'm going to have my 10 in play. I'm going to talk to 60 people on social media. That's all it is when you feel hopeless.
That's a lot,
you guys.
And overwhelmed.
It
Carl,
is so easy.
this is horrible coaching advice.
And where are they finding all these people? I mean, that's the thing. He's acting like it's so easy to find 60 people to talk to every day. Like, no, it's not.
Okay, so if I did that now and messaged everybody on my Facebook, I would be done in 12 days.
Right? So it's like
12 days.
And you get blocked by 59 of the 60. That's the truth.
Shake it off and just fucking do it. That's what it is. When you're like, oh, this program's not working for me, shake it off and just keep doing it. Because we've tested every single one of them, and they work. This shake works. The programs, the products, the system, it is literally all proven. The variable is you and your team and that mindset.
It is not me. It is not my company. It is not the programs. It is not the financial and business decisions I'm making. It's you.
He needs this book.
The gaslighting is strong.
What other
groundwork for blaming?
Yes. What other situation would it not be like, hey, I messed up, it's a me issue? Or in terms of, wow, like in an art competition, if you're not the best artist, it's because of the artwork that you submitted. The best art is going to win. If we're talking about products, if we're talking about programs, like those are the things that are going to help your business.
Yeah. Yep, 100%. Oh, Bethany got the video. Way to go, Bethany.
Thank you.
It's just a matter of making the commitment, shaking off the hopelessness, shaking off the, oh, it's hard, just getting out of bed and being in control of your own energy. Because your example means everything. You want your team to row harder in the boat, you better pick up a fucking oar and show them. Row the hardest, and they'll be like, you know what? Erin's doing it. Allie's doing it. Christina's doing it. I should do it. She's been doing this business forever. I need to row too. Oh, I don't get to sit back. The people who are sitting back, they're the people who are like, I was a superstar diamond. What are you now? I'm emerald. It happens. It's okay. They can make their choice, but they're not leaders. The people in this room that show up today, they're my leaders, These are my co-CEOs.
But see, Ashley doing nothing is still going to make more money than the coach level and emeralds that show up to Summit because she's been in longer and she had a post go viral at the right time.
I mean, that's
it's all luck.
It is not. Like, he is making it seem like it's who works the hardest, and that is not true.
It ain't true.
Yeah, but it's proven, you guys. It is proven. They have proven all of this.
Like, it works when you do it. Has anybody dialed in their activity in the business for like a week or 2 weeks, particularly around a launch, and been absolutely blown away by how many people you attracted when you were positive and enthusiastic about that program? Anybody in here been shocked by?
There it is.
The only time that worked for me was at the very beginning when I signed up and I had all my warm market and I had lost like 75 pounds and there was a new launch, and you're right, I hit Success Club like 60. I killed it. After that, no, we were like fighting like crazy to hit Success Club 5.
Yeah.
He's also talking about information control because he's shaming people who have questions about the model, where it's like, look how good you could have done, or how well people have done when they thought positively.
It works well when you work.
Program. You know what? When there's critique that is meaningful about said programs that you created, you need to look in the mirror. And Autumn Calabrese does too. And also the other nutritionists and personal trainers who are signing off on this shit. Because there's some big flaws. Talk to Jen B. Talk to Brianna Jewel. Talk to Amy. There's so many issues with a lot of these programs, and it's like, did no one like read through this before we were like, yeah, let's go ahead? And did no one watch it after it was recorded? Because like, who let
Clown Town? We feel amazing,
my girls.
And especially knowing that we got shout outs, all the anti-MLM crew got shout outs in his announcement video. On Shalene's podcast today, she talks about us, like about the anti-MLM movement. Like, we are making a difference.
I mean, I said it yesterday.
Yeah.
It works.
Yep, 100%.
Your productivity as a business, fitness, nutrition, a business opportunity. And to be honest, the easiest light switch to power everything that helps the body feel better is right available to us in these nutritionals that we
Not
offer.
the easiest thing
It
for
can improve
everybody.
how everything works and to truly support our health. But a lot of people, maybe not in this room, but I think some in this room and some that you represent, aren't even using the supplements. Gang, this is a wake-up call to our potential to help way more people starting right now, not tomorrow, not next week, like literally a couple DMs today. Because I think we take this stuff for granted so much that we need to remind ourselves that if we're going to represent this product, we can't just sell that thing over there that that company distributes. The whole point of the network is to distribute something that we believe in. That's the power of the network, which means you've got to be using it. We only see you maybe talking about fitness or talking about a total solution pack. And if that works for you, great. But I want sales to be easier. I want it to be easier.
He is 100% shaming them into more products. Yeah. And I'm pretty confident I cut out when he's talking about the changes that he made for himself and what a big difference it has made for him. And here's what he does now. He wakes up and he takes his first thing. Then in his Shakeology, he includes all the boosts and an egg. There was something else. And then he does his Energize. He went through like trying to get them to see this perfect way to create this intentional morning that has them purchasing every product that he produces.
Yeah, you know how much that's going to cost them?
Oh my gosh,
$750 a month.
Yeah.
Like, it's so expensive, and it's like, oh, he doesn't even understand. He's not close to the people who cannot afford to buy this stuff. And it's like, why are we buying something that's 4 times the market value because it has to pay out? Are they going to lower the products significantly for the affiliates?
Nope.
Like, you know, go pound sand, Carl, because like I don't. It's frustrating for him to be like, you should be buying every single thing I put out because it's incredible. And it's like, you're priced out of the market. You're priced out of the market.
You want sales to be easier? You shouldn't have. It should be easy. If a product is really good, it's easy to sell it. If the price is right, it's easy to sell it. So why is he saying sales should be easier? That's on you, Carl.
Yes.
So with the affiliate model, they are not going to be dropping the prices because they're taking the commissions that they paid out to the partner and to their upline, condensing it and giving it all to the person who sells.
So yeah, not as much. It has
40 to 50%.
Are you serious?
Yes.
Okay.
Belvital commission is going to be 40%.
Because it's a digital product, I'm guessing, right?
Yes. And Shakeology and stuff is going to be, they're going to be 30-40% on their commissions.
But you know,
it's actually 20 to 50. It says it on their
20 to 50. Okay.
Yeah.
And here's the thing though. If you look at it though, they are saving money by doing it this way. They could do some cost reductions. There's no reason that he could not do some cost reductions and still save money, because just paying out the commissions, they're going to be saving money. Otherwise he wouldn't do it.
Yeah.
So,
and we're going to see those cost reductions. He mentioned it yesterday. Flash sales. They're going to have flash sales every single month.
Well, and they're trying to get rid of all the bikes, right? They're trying to get rid of all of these things, but why would people buy them when you're not going to be producing any content?
Yeah.
Are
you sure you don't want to buy a body bike for an MX bike for $399?
That wobbles like, you know, a weeble?
Ask Emma how hers went. No, not bikes. No, thank you.
Oh, God.
For you, I want it to be easier for your teams. And that happens not when you're just selling a thing, but when you're representing a thing and then relating that to the person that you're trying to help.
So
does that make sense?
He's talking about affiliate marketing right now. This is what 100%. You do as an affiliate marketer.
Yeah, y'all caught it. And I was like, oh my God, Carl's just being a douche canoe, but
he's
he was
talking about affiliate marketing.
Yeah, he was foreshadowing his change. You're absolutely
Yep.
right. Yeah.
Yep. Which is easy to see on this side of it, but I can see how they were like, oh, yes, this is going to, like, I'm buying all in. This is going to be amazing because they didn't know, right? It's easy to look at it here and hear it. But in that audience, I guarantee I would have been like, yeah, we got this, right? Like, because that's what we did. It's what we
Yep.
did.
We also didn't have as many
The
products.
slightest improvement in your
That's
life
true.
and demonstrate it on social media, and people are like, hey, wait, that kind of worked for her. You know, it's right there. And we've got these supplements, the most sophisticated and carefully formulated superfood shake in the world. Sure, many people need to exercise, but not everybody's open to it. Does that mean they're not a customer of ours? Believe me, far more people could find the gateway to improve health that would open up their eyes to better nutrition and fitness if they just started with the shake. Protein for muscle and bone health, prebiotics, probiotics, and fiber for gut health, vitamins and minerals.
Then why did all of your coaches have gut issues and have to do gut protocol?
And why are they all taking other supplements in addition to Shakeology that are not part of the body lineup and selling them?
Right?
Great questions.
Like, oh, dude, he's so wrong.
The superfoods for immune boosts and overall well-being and antioxidants, all that. A formula that replaces the hassle of taking fists full of pills every morning.
That's what they do.
They all do.
Have you seen their trays?
Gut health. Now there's going to be even more with the hormone health
Oh
supplements.
my God, I can't even imagine.
It's
not.
First thing, last thing, Shakeology boosters, Energize, Recover, gut health supplements,
and the two new ones,
and the two new ones,
Velvital ones, and then
and I mean,
do another.
And you see when Autumn opens up her fridge and she has all of her stuff, bottles all over, like all of them are taking so many things.
I still have to say
they ruined their gut health trying so hard to fix their gut health from all the supplements. Mm-hmm. Stop taking all the supplements and eat some Greek yogurt and vegetables and you'll poop.
Yep. It's amazing.
All I gotta do is eat some grapes.
Right?
Yeah. It's just like, and again, they never talk about, and I don't remember what it's exactly called. Maybe Jen can remember, but it's like a whole picture of health. It's your sleep hygiene. It's your, your hydration. It's your protein and your fats and your carbs. And also food should be enjoyable. It's also understanding what maybe hurdles you have to work with and managing your stress as well. So you're not going too far into the exercise or the movement, if you can even do that, if it raises your stress too much. It's a dance, and you can do it better with a trainer like Jen and a registered dietitian. It's not, God, Carl makes me so mad.
So it's something that
actual small business owner, Jen,
I learned through, it's something Precision Nutrition calls deep health.
Okay.
And Jess, I'm glad you're on here watching this because I'm actually going to be posting a questionnaire for you to fill out this week to see where you're at with deep health. And it goes over nutrition, it goes over sleep, it goes over stress, it goes over movement. So it's more than just and the social determinants of health too, they never talk about. But health is more than just fitness and nutrition.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
100%. And it's interesting because Shalene talks about it in her podcast and how horrible her health was because of the things she was trying to achieve when she was one of the super trainers, right? Like it crushed her. It crushed her health. And but they don't acknowledge any of those things.
And Jessica, you need to lift heavier on your deadlifts next week. I just looked at your workout.
What about people with chronic pain or chronic illness or chronic pain from chronic illness, and the nuance that the nuance that has to be there when you are exercising. And one of the things that I've been learning is I can't go about it the same way I did before, because It is being smart and then seeing how my body responds that day and the next day to make sure that I don't go into a pain flare or whatever you're struggling with. And so it's like none of the coaches, none of the partners, Carl Deichler, Autumn Calabrese, never talk about any of that, about being about again keeping in mind everything in that total picture of health. And again, you know, if you're chronically ill, like Beachbody doesn't give a shit, in my opinion. They don't care.
No, they don't. No. And you'll see partners, coaches come on and talk about having chronic illness and chronic pain, and they'll talk about how these programs have changed their lives. But it's just like, no, you're not qualified to help with this. Stop.
Yeah.
One chocolatey delicious shake. So why aren't more people drinking it and getting these results? And what can we do to make it the most powerful driver of our mission to help more people? That's what we want to do. All right. I've got something to say about this, but first, I actually want to show you a video to demonstrate something, and then I'll keep going.
I clipped it. I clipped the video.
Okay. By your applause, like I heard at the beginning of the presentation, I know you believe in the power of our supplements, Shakeology, Energize. But what is the primary obstacle getting in the way of helping more people?
Price.
Well, what did we just watch? We watched a guy with a bag of gold, literally handing it out on a street corner. A bunch of people just walked right by. He's got his bag of gold. Why would they reject an ounce of gold worth $2,000 just walking? Well, it's probably the same reason somebody would reject trying Shakeology. For their health, regularity, cravings, energy, even though they've got a full money back guarantee on this thing. They don't understand the incredible power and gift of health that you're offering them. It just looks like a shake in a bag, like anything that I've seen on.
There's better shakes out there, in my opinion. I know there's a whole range of people who like Shakeology. I personally, it was a gag fest when I tried it, and there's better shakes that are better and more cost effective out there, and even eating regular food may even be a better choice. Again, some people have to drink more than they're able to eat because chronic issues, illness, whatever that they may have. It's I don't know, Jen, you look like you're twitching over there.
Buy a protein powder you like. You'll get almost double the amount of protein that is in Shakeology that you can afford, and go to Target and get their multivitamin that costs $10 for 100 of them.
Yep.
There you go. I just saved you $100.
This someone asked what this presentation was at Summit. So this was the end of June. So this was just a couple months ago when in my opinion, I'm not going to speak for anyone else, Carl knew damn well what was going to go on. He knew what was going to happen.
Mine too.
That is my
he's known for a while.
He's known. Right. Yeah, absolutely.
Like I said, I think they knew back when they brought in Growth Day, and they sell that as an affiliate product.
Yep.
My opinion.
100%.
On the shelf. Many of these people on that street couldn't process what this guy was offering because he wasn't telling them. Surely a stranger couldn't be offering something so valuable that could change my life by just saying yes. There's got to be a catch. Same goes for you and your team in Shakeology. Unless you are communicating about it, helping people understand why you drink it, seeing that you're committed to it, and that you understand why you love it, why it works, who's going to say yes? They're going to think it's a trick. They'd only think this product is like an overpriced version of the other superfood knockoffs that all sprang up on the market after Shakeology created the category.
Sir, the first protein powder was like in 1952. Like,
you didn't create a category, you created a marketing term.
And is he really the one who created? Did he really create superfood? I don't think he was the creator of that either. Like, what did he create?
Plagiarism? I don't know. Like, give me a break, Carl. He's taking credit for stuff he didn't do.
If it were 100%. That valuable, and if it did what he and everyone else says it did, then it would be like flying off the shelves. People would be like, oh yeah, this fixed all my problems in my body, and people would all want it.
Right.
And he wouldn't have started with an MLM.
No, I just okay. Well, we're gonna say this: the 30-day money back guarantee doesn't matter for people who can't afford to spend that money in the first place to buy it. 2, I just Google searched when was the first superfood marketed. 1917, the term superfood was used to advertise bananas.
The original superfood, the banana.
And then in 1919, the U.S. government labeled blueberries as a superfood to promote their health benefits.
I was going to say, weren't blueberries a superfood?
Yes, but the first was bananas.
Hey,
I like that. Is so good.
And that was during World War I. Because
that's banana, Michael. What could it cost? $10?
And didn't they tell us both? Like, didn't they tell all of us that we should probably add those to our Shakeology?
Only half.
There's always money in the bananas.
Only half.
Only half.
Only half that banana. Only half.
Had to say goodbye to Alana.
This formulation has led the industry for 15 years and sold over 1 billion servings. 1 billion. I can't even believe it. A little idea. 1 billion servings. And now with 0 grams added sugar, we can...
Does that include the servings that were returned because it's a money back guarantee? Or like, is it actually the servings that, because I mean, if someone only drank 1, but then they sold 30, and then does that count? I'm confused.
Well, and I'm just saying, I personally purchased a whole lot of servings that I ended up giving away. I mean, I think all of us contributed to buying way more servings than we happened to drink.
Yeah.
So there's that.
I remember buying
to lead
5 boxes of
the way.
Shakeology.
Yeah.
Of what is possible with a superfood shake and what you can achieve just by drinking the shake. So wait, why is this important?
And negative
why is
balance in your
drinking
bank account.
literally the best quality superfood nutrition shake with all these proven benefits? Why is it so meaningful that everyone you talk to should be saying yes to drinking this shake?
Because it's
That's
how
why
you
I'm
make
making
the most
nutrition
profit.
a major focus right now. How to turn our supplements into the front end driver of your business and helping us really scale so we can improve the health of the world in an environment where it's just not easy as it was.
I don't know about you guys. I'm kind of done listening to him. Do you guys want to move to Shalene? Because she spills the tea.
Yes, please.
Okay, I'm done with Carl.
Hell yeah.
Absolutely go get a snack. Go get a snack.
We're not at whatever the Beachbody conference is. We can eat snacks.
Yeah. Well, I was gonna say I'm gonna hop off of here because it is like 10 o'clock and I have to work tomorrow because now I have a real job. And I've had a real job for over a year and a half. And guess what?
Do you get paychecks?
Oh my god, yeah. Oh my god. And you know what? I just got a raise.
Let's go.
What?
Can you believe it? It's wild. And guess what? I had to leave work early today because I had to pick DJ up from school because she like vomited, I guess, all over her desk. But guess what? I have PTO hours and sick hours I can use to cover that time that I missed. So I still get those hours on my paycheck.
No way. At that evil job that's not a multi-level marketing company, say it.
9 to 5. All of them
Although
shop at.
I was going to say
corporate America is a pyramid scheme. Didn't you know?
Amber, all I'm saying is if I was at your job that had a Starbucks in it, the new iced apple crisp chai,
it's so
latte,
good.
Oh my gosh.
I haven't tried
life-changing. Okay, try it tomorrow and then return a report.
Tried it yet. But yeah, I would also
so good.
Like to say I feel bad for these coaches. I feel for them having that rug pulled out from under them. Especially the ones who were just, kind of like all of us.
Yeah.
We kind of built our way up, diamond, star diamond, but we were never able to get further than that because again, the system was rigged against us. And So like I just hope, at least for me, I know, like since I did go back to an actual job, I hope that these coaches are able to find an actual job and go get back out in the workforce and be around actual people and not just online all day.
Yeah.
I hope that this now deters them from jumping to a different MLM, and I hope they're able to see how manipulated they were, how taken advantage of they were, and I hope they can see that now, while they may feel like right now, oh my God, this is like the worst thing, they feel like a failure, et cetera, that they know that it's not their fault. This is Carl Dassler's fault.
Oh yeah.
And to not let them be gaslit by him anymore. And I hope, hopefully, this helps them to realize, like, and recognize those red flags that they maybe ignored before. Like, oh, holy shit, yeah, maybe these people were right.
And that they don't listen to their uplines, because their uplines are also going to tell them it's going to be different at another MLM.
Yeah,
it's not.
exactly. And
age of the MLM is over. The time of the orc has come.
And I just hope that they'll see, like, now that they're free from this, just how much more present they can actually be in their lives, and developing actual friendships with people, and knowing that now their friendships aren't going to be conditional and on relying on the fact that looking at every interaction with somebody as a potential recruit.
Yeah.
And that they're just able to enjoy their life and be present because they're not stuck to their fucking phone 24/7 anymore. So, because that's what I have found.
Yeah.
Through all of this, and they can find something that actually brings them joy and that they're passionate about. They can pick up a new hobby, learn a new skill. Shit, I've been taking piano lessons this year.
Let's go.
I'm 37. I'm going to be 37 years old. So it's
reading for pleasure and not just
reading for pleasure.
Reading for pleasure. My God, you will never see me read another self-help book ever again. Ever. So yeah, I hope, again, that is my hope for all of these people. We know likely, like, the top ones are just going to hop over to something else. But and we know that they're the ones who are going to be fine through all this, even though they're making it seem like, oh my gosh, it's the end of the world and they're so sad. They're going to be fine. Like, but it's the other ones who have built those people's success, and they're the reason that those top coaches are going to be fine for the time being, because all of the money that they made from their cycle bonuses from the team volume. So I just, again, that is my hope. We'll see what happens, I guess. But yeah, it's
I love that.
It's been a long time. It's been a long time coming, y'all. And yeah, it's
for sure.
Yep.
Like it finally happened.
Yeah.
I know. Well, enjoy your day, and I want to hear you report about the iced apple crisp latte. Latte.
So good.
So good.
Honestly, I think maybe Jake tried it, because I'm not like a chai person.
Oof.
I am.
It's good.
But, Jake's more of a pumpkin spice latte. I think he tried chai though, but
these Arby's now has pumpkin turnovers. So I'm just gonna say. All right. Okay. Well, Shalene Johnson spilled some tea today, so we're gonna listen to Shalene's.
Oh, okay.
All right.
All right. Bye, guys.
We love you, Amber.
I love you.
Bye.
Bye.
Okay. All right. So with Shalene's podcast, I just downloaded some clips because it was like a 57. Why did it go to that layout? That wasn't cool. It was like a 57-minute podcast or something, and I think I got it down to something like 20 minutes maybe. So I'm gonna add hers in.
Cool.
Like, oh, I want to do that too. And so then they jump in and they fall in love with this company that at one point you were in love with. But now you know the truth. And the majority of those people, you can't tell them for legal reasons what to do or the things that you know. You just can't. You just have to conduct your life the way you conduct your life and let people make assumptions when you walk away.
Okay, so right now she's talking about her situation and her leaving. Okay, so she's talking about when she separated from Body and Beachbody, which was not pleasant. And there's apparently a whole lot of other things that she has to say about it, but she either can't because of settlements or she's not ready to, is what she's saying. But she's talking about her leaving and then how that impacted all of the people that she influenced to get into Beachbody.
And the people you do love and the people who you can have a private conversation with them and say like, hey, I know you're here because of me, because of my relationship and you trust me. And I need you to know this. I need to tell you what happened. Okay. And you can't repeat this, but you need to know this. And I had those conversations. And a lot of the people I told, they might have cared and they filed it away. But by this point, they already had golden handcuffs, you know? Like, what do you do?
Sister.
What do you do if you're...
Yeah, we know people who she's talking about, right? Well, we can guess. Let's make some educated guesses. Her sister?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Christine Dwyer?
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Amy Grasso? Melissa McAllister? Mindy
Yep.
Lawhorn? Jen Dever... Is it Delvo?
Yeah.
Julie Boris. They were all Shalene's peeps.
Yep.
Yeah.
So she's saying, like, when she got out, she told all of them what had happened, but so many of them were in so deep,
Mm-hmm.
they couldn't leave. They couldn't leave.
in a position where you don't have really any other alternatives and you have other people now who are dependent upon you, and now you're making a certain income and you're living in a certain house and you're driving a certain car, and you also think to yourself, well, Shalene gets pretty hyped about things, like maybe she's exaggerating. Maybe this is just her opinion because people are saying things about her too. So they just file it away. And most people that I was able to have those private conversations with filed it away. Did it bother me? Yes, it did. But also, I could see, and I'm pretty good at this, seeing things from other people's vantage point. And understanding, at the end of the day, everyone has to put food on the table. At the end of the day, when you're not sure what the real story is, because it seems like I get it. Like, I get that unless it happened to you, you might think that I'm making things up. You might think that I have my own experience and it's, influenced or tainted or...
Okay, so for those that maybe aren't as aware, like Shalene, yes, was a super trainer, but it was a lot deeper for her because she had the Beachbody, well, she had Powder Blue Productions, which was turned into Beachbody Live. So she had this huge company that she sold to Beachbody in addition to being the super trainer, right? So she was in a much different position, I think, than a lot of the other super trainers. And she got to see a lot more. I think it's like when you kind of say, like, how the sausage was made. She had a lot of other dealings with Carl other than just producing workout videos for him.
Yeah.
And so I think that gives her a very different viewpoint. I do have Julie's live, by the way. So I've got that for anyone that wants it.
That my perspective is jaded to some extent. And so I get it. I get that people were like, okay, all right, I'm going to file this away. And that's all I needed to do to sleep with a clear conscience. I just need to tell the people who I knew needed to know and that I could tell and I could trust. my opinion and my personal experience, and I shared that with them, and they have all been very aware.
Okay, so you'll see some like changing.
Yeah.
But that's what happened, is Beachbody continued to try to sell fitness at a high cost. And they had to continue to cut back costs. So you saw the trainers change, not all of them, a few from the original. I'll give Shanti that credit. Shanti was one of the earlier ones. It was myself and Tony Horton and a couple of other really great instructors who got out pretty early, even before I did. And then our contracts started changing. And then the contract that I negotiated with my attorneys, etc., we were brought into negotiations and basically told, hey, you want to have another program? You need to accept a lot less money for your work, because if you don't, guess what? There's a lot of other pretty faces out there that want to be famous and want to do fitness workouts. And that's fact.
The lack of loyalty on Carl Deichler's part in saying that you've been good to me, you've done a good job for me, Sean T, Tony Horton, Shalene Johnson, everybody else. And then it's like, you've proved that people want to buy your workouts, but we're going to give you a lot less because we're going to say we're going to put somebody else in. Like, oh, my mind is exploding right now. Like, what is happening?
Even
Do
though
you
they're
think
like
the same thing happened to Autumn, though?
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean,
same thing happened to Autumn.
Shalene was massively popular. Like her programs were like that helped Beachbody explode. And Tony, I mean, P90X, like everyone has heard of it.
Yeah.
You know? I mean, I know people who like go to Turbo Kick classes that never even knew it was ever like associated with Beachbody, because like she has such a strong brand on her own.
And even now when he goes back and he's talking about things, he talks about their popular programs. He talks about P90X. He talks about Insanity. He talks about Turbo. They're the old programs. He should have stayed loyal to those people because they were producing quality content. But what she talked about,
like they made it have more money, so they should have gotten more money because they were the reason Beachbody was making more money.
But she talked about the fact that part of the reason also that they had chosen to sell powder blue was because they could see social media, they could see people doing workouts for free, and they could see the shift in the market, and that was part of the reason that they got out of all of it.
Yeah.
So it's super interesting.
Absolute truth. Do I think that all people are, like a pretty face and a nice body makes for a good instructor? Not always. I mean, not always, but they had a point. And that it's true, right? Like even when we were operating our fitness business and we were doing exercise videos, the fact is everybody wants to be famous. It's why anyone's willing to do stupid things on reality TV. People are willing to sell their soul for fame. People are willing to go to a P. Diddy party for fame. Like it is,
oh my God, yeah.
From the beginning of the time, people have been sucked into the idea of fame. And so now they're looking at like, okay, how can we create a leaner model? Because we've got to sell these fitness programs for a lot less money. Well, like when we first launched my first couple of programs on TV, I feel like, I mean, don't quote me, but I think it was like over $129 or something for a set of DVDs. Can you imagine? Like now you can get workouts for free on YouTube. Like, but back then you waited for the mail to come and you got paid for express shipping and you got your DVDs in the mail and you're so excited. But the price, the demand kept going down and the supply was going up, up, up. Like everyone's doing workouts now on Instagram and YouTube and Facebook. And so they've got to charge less for these programs, which means they've got to pay their trainers less, right? And so handwriting was kind of on the wall at that point, and I just was like, none of this is right for me. And when they came to us with the idea of changing the model over to network marketing, that seemed like a smart idea. Like I was like, that's amazing. That's revolutionary because, when somebody loses weight, everybody says to them, hey, oh my God, how'd you do this? How'd you lose the weight, right? And so why not give the person who says, oh, I lost it with blah, 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 why not give them a cut, right? Why not?
Okay, but they did. They had like a referral type program. Does anybody remember? Oh my gosh, I'm going to totally date myself with this, but they had Wowie.
Yes.
Do you remember Wowie? It was Workout With You. They had little groups almost like a challenge group type thing where they had message boards, they had all of this stuff. They did have something. They did. And so he didn't have to go this route. Did not have to go this route. So it's interesting that she's like,
I mean, that's an affiliate. They had affiliate. They didn't have to turn it into an MLM.
100%.
Give them a portion of the sale. And that would be considered affiliate marketing. Network marketing is when not only is that person getting a commission, if they're like, oh, hey, I lost the weight doing Turbo Jam. Okay, well then, or Pio, then that person's going to get a commission from that. But then the person who buys Pio from them and then they lose weight, or, fill in the name of whatever program it is. When that person starts selling or recommending it to their friends and family and start selling the program, then the person who recommended it to them, they get a cut of that. So you're getting a cut of the downline. And that's why they call it a pyramid. I'm not a fan of that term. I understand why people use it. But basically, in network marketing, the distributor, i.e. the person who's a rep, i.e. sometimes called a coach, whatever name the company uses, it's Amway, it's Avon, it's Herbalife, there's so many different companies. It's, the companies you know of that you think of when you think of network marketing, MLMs. Okay, and so then what happens is, as you recruit more and more people, you're earning a percentage of all of their sales. And then, so you're making money not just by selling, but also by recruiting other people who are going to sell or recommend the programs, right? It all seems to make sense, except when it gets to a point where so much has changed in the market. And frankly, that's where we are. And Beachbody continued to decline and decline and decline. And we watched their stock go down. And we heard the stories. And we knew what was happening to people's paychecks. We knew what was happening. And for me, I'm just saying it was a difficult place to be, knowing that now a lot of these leaders who were at the top had all these other people underneath them that they felt responsible for. And they're like, I can't leave. This person is here because of me. And so it wasn't about the company anymore. It was about taking care of. And I know that there's lots of people who have their own opinions about network marketing. And that's fine. And some of it's valid and some of it's not valid. There are good people and evil people and people who do really.
Yes, there are good people and there are not great people, but the fundamental business model is flawed. Mm-hmm. I think that is one of the most important things to know.
Yep.
It has nothing to do with people. It's the business model. If you look at the business model, it's flawed. So,
yep. Most people
gross things in every industry.
Sorry, most people have to lose in order for a small amount of people to win. And that's that is the model. That's not our opinion. That's the model.
Yep. And it's proven in every income disclosure.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
People who are on the up and up and truly do care and are honest and loyal. And I hope that you know that the people that I hang out with are those honest, loyal people. My friends and family who were in Beachbody long after I left, were very conflicted at times because they knew they had to take care of and help and guide and mentor the people who came in later.
But did they really?
That they wouldn't do that.
Right. Did they, or were they having to bring in all these people later to continue building their pyramid?
Otherwise they wouldn't get their paychecks, in my opinion.
Yep.
If you don't know, if you're new to multi-level marketing in general, if you don't understand why we're talking about refilling your lines or keep having to bring in a lot of people to make sure your paycheck stays the same, depending on which type of model you join, there's requirements to maintain your rank and to rank up. And if for some reason one of your legs, one of the people underneath you decides not to order and it's someone higher up, all of a sudden your commission isn't going to be what you thought it was, because you have to have certain volume, and that volume is activated at certain points throughout your downline. It's complex. It's complex because it helps the companies win more than a majority of the independent contractors within a multi-level marketing company. That's my opinion. But also when you look at how the compensation model works, how the commission structure works, you can see how the company ends up winning. For example, only being able to access a certain percentage of your volume on certain legs. And if you don't balance it out correctly, that commissionable volume that you were going to be able to make money off of has like a time, there's a time limit on it. There's an expiration date. There's an
Yeah, it flushes.
it flushes, meaning you've done all this work, you've recruited the people, they've purchased the products, and if you don't balance it correctly, it's gone. It's gone.
Yeah.
Well, and it's a guess. I mean, you have to guess when you sign someone up, do I think you're going to build a business or not? And someone guessed wrong on me. So I was put on their weak leg. And so I was building, but not getting any help, right? Or any of this stuff. It's a guessing game. And sometimes you're going to hit it and sometimes you're not. And then you're going to look at all this volume that is just wasted.
Yeah. You were making them money though, because you were on their weak leg. So it was great for them. Not 100%. For you. Yeah.
100%.
And now it's happening company after company, and it just happened yesterday with Beachbody. And if you sense that I'm a little bit annoyed, a little bit angry, you're right. You would be right. Because I hate it when people are taken advantage of. I hate it when people are lied to. Lied to. So let's just speak hypothetically, shall we? Let's just speak hypothetically. Hypothetically, if that announcement came yesterday, are you telling me 6 months ago it wasn't in the works? Are you telling me that 2 months ago, when you were pressuring these coaches to continue pushing and to believe we're going to be better than ever? Really? You were saying that with a straight face? And having these, mainly women, sacrifice their reputation. They believed in you. They believed you. They believed you. And you had them reaching out to other people and saying, hey, you should become a distributor. Yeah, I know you're not making any money yet, but just stay the course. This is going to be a really good year for us. The company says it's going to be a really good year for us. And now those same individuals are waking up and listen. I understand that some of you have no compassion, but I'm asking you to suspend that for a moment and just imagine what it would. Imagine if it's just a job that you're going to every single day, and you've put in your 15 years, and you've done everything the boss has asked you to do, and you've worked tirelessly, and you've done everything by the book, and you have cared about people, and you haven't used trickery. And I am telling you, I know there's a lot of negative myths and reputation with regard to network marketing people. And those are the people who usually are not successful. The most, I'm telling you, because I know these. Like, I know.
Oh, come on. She was like,
I was on your side.
You're so close.
They had me in the first half. Not going to lie.
But keep in mind, her business now is Marketing Impact Academy, which is teaching network marketers how to build up multiple streams of income. She has to keep network marketers on her good side. She needs them. They're her bread and butter.
She was
so she's engaging in trickery. Like,
yes, she is.
In my opinion, 100%.
She knows better than anyone that like you're not making money unless you're at the very tippy top. She knows.
Oh, she knows.
I think I'm one of the very few that has never really been a fan of Shalene.
Yeah. I never liked her programs. I tried to do PIO because it was popular, but then I stopped because I didn't like it.
I was with her what she was saying about saying like you have some empathy for people who tried to do it the right way or have been, if you could imagine someone working, and there's lots of people in MLMs who are trying to do everything their upline says and be a good independent contractor. They want to do everything by the book, or they want to be recognized like they're totally 100% bought into the company, and the company couldn't give a shit about them other than their credit card getting swiped for the monthly fees that they promised, to buy every month. And it's like, I do have some kind of feelings about those loyal people, because I know there's loyal people out there in MLMs, and the companies don't deserve your loyalty.
No, they don't. I mean, and here's the thing. I will say I was 100% a Shalene girl. I even bought the Nike shocks that she wore in all of her turbo videos because they were the best shoes. They absolutely killed me. But I was like, she says they're the best shoes. Let's buy the shoes. Like I was in. And then you start to see like, wait, hold on. Like you are doing the exact same thing that these other companies are doing. You're just doing it as your own company now. That's, and I don't know if I'll see. I'm not sure if I kept everything in that she said, but I'll give you some other highlights.
Count at least 10 millionaires from network marketing. And these are the most quality, quietly confident, honest, loyal. I will take care of you, not because you're on my team. I will take care of you because you're a human. That's the kind of people that usually rise to the top of these organizations. There's always exceptions to everything. But the people who give network marketing.
Right? I was like,
hold
up.
The way my coach dropped me the second I dropped my diamond, so I was no longer helping her hold her elite rank. Like I'd never heard from her again until I started speaking out against MLMs. And then she was like, you know my heart.
Oh yeah, you do know her heart after you got dropped, and like how are you supposed to know that when you had no contact with her? I mean, how audacious of her to assume that you know her heart.
Yeah. I mean, here's the thing. I mean, I had to work my ass off to meet with Anita Myron, and we know how that went. I mean,
Anita kind of already like played out all of the things that these coaches, the Beachbody coaches would have gone to, like MRR and herbal face food and all that stuff. She's already like locked down that market. So she's taken away.
And that market's
gone. Yeah. Oh, MRR is already, that was a flash in the pan. That's done.
So is herbal face food.
It's done. Yeah, she's defending Christine. I think she's defending her sister, Christine,
Melissa, Julie Boris.
Melissa, potentially Julie, but and the ones who already left. It's interesting too. I mean, and this is just, I've been around forever. You can tell who she's still friends with, but a lot of the people that she was friends with they're no longer friends and they don't hang out. So it's interesting to see that like divide. But yeah, she's defending, and who were the people she's defending? The people that she brought in at the very beginning.
Yeah.
So that's it. It's ridiculous.
Yeah.
Getting a bad name are the owners. Okay, we've moved.
So
it's been a long day and a lot longer for a lot of people that I love. And I'll get to that in a second. But back to the owners. Of course, there are great people who have great businesses and have done great things with their businesses. And there are CEOs who are very reputable in this space. And then there are those that are not, in my opinion. Then there are those who just don't make great decisions, in my personal opinion. I just personally think even people who are not business owners were like, wait, why are you just changing flavors? And the industry has changed so much. And how do you not see how to? And then there are those that are not, in my opinion. Then there are those who just don't make great decisions, in my personal opinion. I just personally think even people who are not business owners were like, wait, why are you just changing flavors? And the industry has changed so much. And how do you not see how to get ahead? I don't know. Maybe this is not the place for that, but that's why you're listening. So I'm sharing my opinion. This is not meant to be fact. It is simply my experience and my personal opinion. My personal opinion is that when these network marketing companies implode, it starts at the top. It's my personal opinion. And I think a lot of very trusting, hardworking, misguided people end up in organizations taking the fall for it, and just losing. I mean, it just kills me that so many people today, I was getting messages from people who were like, I joined Beachbody because of you. And I believed in you, and I'm not blaming you, but I'm going to vomit. I don't know how I'm going to pay my rent next month. My husband quit his job and, all these stories. And I understand, and it breaks my heart. But also, I haven't been telling people, I shouldn't say this. Let me restate that. I have been telling people, because you listen to my show for how many years? One stream of income is risky. I don't care where it is.
Oh,
Okay.
Okay, go ahead. I'm gonna calm myself.
So guess where she's heading into this, right? She's heading into, I created this amazing academy
Oh, there it is, the sales pitch.
to help you do the multiple streams of income that you should be doing so that you wouldn't be waking up this morning saying, wow, I can't pay my rent. But if you'd listened to me and if you had paid the $6,000 for Marketing Impact Academy, you would be okay today. You'd be okay. You wouldn't be hurting so bad if you had just done that.
Yep. There are no heroes in this.
Like at the beginning, you're like, yes, this is amazing. She's spilling the tea. And then she does the flip.
Yeah.
Scammers got to scam.
Told you. She's
I'm
not one of my favorite people.
No. Nope. What fresh hell did I just tune into?
You're probably feeling the warmth from body going up in flames. The part of it, at least.
Yep.
So, good.
Joshua.
Ladies, it is getting time for me in the central time zone to turn off my screens and
yes,
take this
work
off my face. And
yeah, I need to eat.
Yes. Yeah. So here's the deal. I mean, and I'm just going to tell you what she recommends to doing at the end, because I don't remember at what part I don't remember all of what I recorded. But basically what she says is, if you are one of these people who is being offered a position to go to a different network marketing company and to bring your team, do it. You should do it.
Oh.
And do you know why? Not because network marketing is like the best. It's because you will have a place to land right now while you're doing this other stuff and creating your own offering. So she's telling you, go to another network marketing company and screw them over. That's what she's telling you to do.
Over in your contracts, when you sign with an MLM, you can get sued for cross recruiting if you're still in both. Even if you're not still in both, there's sometimes a time limit for you to start talking to the people, because Beachbody or whatever MLM you're a part of, they own those contacts. They also own your social media. Read the contracts, okay? Just read it, because her saying this, encouraging people to bring all of their group to another company, read your contracts, because you're going to take her advice. You may end up in court, honestly.
Yep.
I think a lot of them are going to become coaches who coach coaches to coach coaches.
Yes.
And create courses about creating courses.
Oh, God.
100%.
Who was the one I sent last night? That was a Beachbody coach, and now she has courses to teach you how to start courses.
Oh, yeah. Are you talking about Ashley Laughlin?
Yes.
Yeah. I think Courtney does that too. Courtney
and Shalene McLeod. There's quite a few of them, honestly. And here's the deal. She's telling you how horrible these CEOs are and how dishonest and how manipulative. And then she's telling you how to do that to another company in the same breath. And it's like, how are you not seeing the hypocrisy in what you're saying? Mm-hmm. Like, again, operating with integrity in this space, I just don't think you can. I just truly do not think you can do it.
No, that's why we all left.
Exactly. We couldn't do it. Like, it's so ridiculous. So our friend Danielle is going to have content for days with all of these coaches to coach coaches to coach coaches.
Yes. My God.
And Josh Coates is probably going to recruit all of them.
He's already going.
Yeah, he has his coach academy now. He saw the winds changing.
In his post, he said he didn't see it coming for at least another year. But then he's in the comments telling the people that are like leaving, don't worry, I'll get you contacts, because I have contacts with these other companies that you can go to these other companies and see if they'll be a better fit for you.
Oof.
You mean a better?
But I don't monetize. I don't make any money off of that.
Yeah, I'm so sure.
He's just doing it because he's such a good guy.
Ugh.
Such a good guy. But he also has an academy that he is certifying like life coaches. He has a life coach academy.
Yeah.
So and
doing it. Well, supposedly him texting me. It's Josh Coates. I have a spot.
I still get texts from him. I'm like, I thought I blocked this number. But I mean, here's the deal. At the end of the day, I really hope, like Amber was saying, you are worth so much more.
Yes.
Than going to another MLM company. You are worth so much more. And your time, like, it's interesting because at one point in Carl's speech, he was like, what is the greatest commodity that you have?
Time.
And people were like, time. And he's like, nope, it's your health. It's your health.
No.
And that is what I'm helping you with. And I was like, what are you
being ableist?
What are you talking about?
Very much so.
Like, but he has to spin it his way. And so you have been giving your time for free to these companies, and it's not worth it. And another company is going to be the exact same thing.
Yeah, and if you're just jumping on now, we've been on for a very long time.
Yeah.
Yes,
if you go back to the beginning where we're watching Carl speak at Summit this year, he told them what was going to happen. It was there. He gave them, there were so many clues and Easter egg drops, and it was there.
He was like Taylor
He
Swift.
breadcrumbed that.
Terrible.
Oh my gosh. Absolutely. Well,
all right.
Yeah, I'm not sure what else the Snark Crew is going to do.
I mean, we have to see what some of these top people, there's going to be more videos for us to react to.
Yes.
Oh, 100%.
Again, there's more eyes in the live chat than we could ever hope in the Snark Crew. So if y'all see something that you want us to look at, the best thing you can do, because people are deleting stuff right and left, is to download it for us. And you can submit it to me. I have unlimited file size through, you can submit it through my campsite. It's on Instagram, it's on YouTube, or you can just upload it to your Google Drive, and you could send, Amy, Jen, me the link. That would be the best, because emailing us a link from people we're probably blocked from isn't helpful.
No.
Yeah,
not available. I'm blocked. Who is it?
Yeah, half the stuff I've been getting today, I'm like, I don't know who you're sending this from, because they've all blocked us because they know. But
I really was shocked that I was blocked by Tanya this week.
Yeah,
because I never engaged with her content at all.
You're so famous.
Ever.
Oh, Jen.
I was like, I get blocked by people. I'm like, who blocked me? I don't know this person. I never talked about him. I do.
Nope. Well, and I will say, this is my last week that I don't have school. So I will try to get some stuff done this week, because then after that, all bets are off. Because master's programs are dumb.
I've done one. I get it. Yeah.
They're wild. It's kicking my trash. So, all right, ladies.
All right.
This was therapeutic. This was amazing.
This was so good.
Love you guys.
Yeah.
Loves you.
And guess what? Because someone did make a comment. They were on a different video. They're like, now that this is done, what are you guys going to do for your job? I'm like, do you know what?
We have other jobs.
We have real jobs.
I don't, but they do for sure.
Do you see it? But here's the thing. It's like, you think though that it's just Beachbody. No, they're going to somewhere else.
Yes.
And so,
the MLM part, I said the MLM's going away. The structure's going away. The ridiculous claims they will be making are not going to be going away. The things they should not be promoting when it comes to behaviors and answering questions, when they should be saying, hey, you need to go speak to a professional about this. I'm not qualified to answer. Those things will still happen.
Yeah.
We can work on them.
Our great nation has always had scammers and grifters, and there will be a new scam. I mean, nobody knew that MRR was happening. That gave us some content for a while. So
100%. So, I mean, we will still be around. We will still be around for those who want to come in and see our beautiful faces.
Now.
I mean, maybe at some point I will put some makeup on. Bethany, like,
I can
hopped
help
on.
you.
Listen, live chat. We were like, we're just gonna take a screenshot of Bethany, and she'll be our clickbait for
Yes.
this.
100%.
Love it, love it, love it.
All right. Well, we love all you guys. Thank you.
Good
If you can
night.
go in, like the stream, it's on my channel and on DC's channel.
And I've been linking this throughout. So if you watch the replay, you can click on that link and go subscribe to Amy. So.
100%. All right. We love you guys. And we will still be here. So,
yes.
Bye.
Bye.